I am muted. Sorry. I had two calls come in while I was going live and I was on the phone. And so I was trying to like do both things at once. You guys know how I am. Always trying to do a million things at once, you know? That's, that's me. That's me. I attempt to do too many things at one time. It's my life wrapped up. All right. So, fun fact this morning, in case you guys were wondering, fun fact about this morning. The thing called Nurse Kim made some weird posts about me. Someone sent me a screenshot of. And then she attempted to be like Aiden, where she was like, a thing called twisted tragedies. Like, okay, honey, you're not Aiden. The attempt was not there. She says that I'm not nursing anymore. And in fact, nope. Listening is a skill, darling. Listening is a skill, Kimmy. And what I said was, someone said, and I said, I'm not sure if this is true or not, that she doesn't work in nursing anymore. I wouldn't want her as my nurse. That's what I said. So in case you have a hard time with using your listening ears, I very clearly said, I'm not sure if it was true or not, but I wouldn't want you as my nurse, which I still don't want. I still would not want you as my nurse. Let's be very clear about that. Then she went on to say some weird shit about like, maybe I'll make YouTube my whole job instead, like her. Well, sorry, lady. See, I have this thing called little children. I have a terminally ill child and I'm disabled myself. So I, instead of collecting from the government, do this thing called working. Maybe you're not aware that not everyone can do a 9 to 5 because my career was in corrections, doll. I worked in corrections, honey. In a jail, in a prison. Yeah, I did that. I can no longer do that job anymore. But most people know that, right? Not my nurse, yeah. Most people know that. So your weird attempt at like shade at me is A, weird, B, laughable, and C, like I think you're just deflecting, honey. You're deflecting from your bitchism. Yeah, your bitchism. That's what I said. Your inability to realize Aiden played you like a fucking fiddle and then blamed Meredith. Yeah, it's lots of pick-me energy over there with these bitches. Like, lots of pick-me energy. Pick me, pick me. Well, weird. I don't know. It was weird, bro. Like, weird. Her inability to realize Aiden used her is weird as fuck to me. He used you, darling, and then he blamed Meredith, and you still have to continue lying about it. Not sure why. And I don't blame, that's okay. She made some weird posts. Someone sent it to me. It's fucking weird. She's also very upset, apparently, that I have more knowledge than her in various subjects. And let's explain to her how this works, since she doesn't seem to know how it works. This is how it works, Kim. When you do different things in your life, you get experience in those things. My dad, whom I love very much and miss, and my grandfather were both mechanics. One was a diesel mechanic, one was a regular mechanic. So I learned to fix cars my entire life from them. I also learned various other things from them. My grandmother was an RN, and my daughter has a rare disease. I also started my schooling in college for medical coding. So I had to take things like medical terminology, so on and so forth. So I have a lot of knowledge in that atmosphere simply because, oh my God, I have experience in it. Fun fact, I also did drywall and painting, grunt work when I was younger. I was also a dancer, right? When I was a dancer, I a lot of the time held 2 jobs, one day job, one night job, right? That is what I chose to do. And so I have experience in different things. Like, for instance, my ex is a electrician. And I learned a lot of stuff in that realm from him, who's a master electrician. I used to do his billing and stuff for him. See, this is what I mean. Like, it's called experience with things. My daughter's father did repos, was a tow truck driver. I, for many years, did plowing. My husband also used to do plowing for many a moons. So again, it's called real life experience. Experience, right? So you get your knowledge from experience or research, right? Sorry, that makes you really upset that you're only good at like one thing, right? I mean, that's weird. Weird, you'd be jealous of that, Kimmy, but you know, it's wicked ignorant. Listen, I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth, so I worked many odd jobs back in the day, and I learned a lot from men in my family and men who I was with. My ex-husband was also a mechanic, fun fact, and I worked in that shop with him. Um, I looked too and didn't see it. I don't know if it's on YouTube or on Twitter, but it's weird. I didn't see it either. But she definitely posted it. Weird to post some weird ass shit like that. Weird. It's called experience. I don't pretend to know everything on planet Earth. As a matter of fact, when I don't know something, I tell my audience, we'll look for it together. It's called doing research, Kimmy. It's not that difficult. I know you and Ethel and, you know, the sewer turtle man don't really know how to do research or learn new things, but I love learning new things. I do. I love learning new things. I've tried water skiing, not very good at it, but I've done it, right? I love doing new things, trying new things, and learning new things. A few years ago, I decided I was just going to start reading physics, right? I wanted to learn about physics. Well, that's what it was, YouTube message board. And so I started delving into physics for no real reason other than I was a little bit interested about it, right? I like art. I've been to a few art museums. I remember as a kid, my grandparents took me to the Georgia O'Keeffe one, and that was my first interaction with learning about art. I mean, it's called life experience, Kimmy. Life experience, right? I have a lot of life experience. I've been on my own since I was 17 years old. And so I had to adult, right? Had to adult. Had to figure it out. She isn't a girl's girl. She's a joke, in my opinion. A joke. Oh, what about all those people she turned her back on very quickly, who she was, quote, friends with, right? She was a girl's girl with all those friends until it didn't suit her anymore. And until she knew that Aiden might, you know, poo-poo her, you know? But it's called, she's Melvin here, all right? The motion was granted for Nan. We call her Melvin. It's Melvin. It's Melvin. But it's life experience. It's called life experience, Kimmy. I have a lot of life experience in a lot of different subjects because, well, I like new things. It's not that difficult. So I'm sorry that makes you uncomfortable, that you don't have all the knowledges. Maybe you should go get some on the interwebs or in real life. You know, maybe you should try it sometime. I love trying new things. I don't pretend to know everything, not by a long shot. And if I don't know something, we look together, right? Me and my audience, we look together. We do our research. We delve into it, right? That's what we do. I have life experience in many things. I've not had an easy life, and I had to adult very young. And so, yeah, I've had a lot of grunt jobs, like doing drywall and painting for a friend of mine who owned a company. I learned from him, right? I learned a little bit of plumbing work and a little bit of electrical, not just from my husband, who had to do those things when he built pools, but also from my ex, who was a master electrician. I would never fuck with the electric myself. That's for sure. I'd probably use myself, but I learned a lot. That's for sure. My dad and my grandfather wanted to make sure I was a self-sufficient woman, that I could fix something on my own as a woman, and I wouldn't need a man's help. So they taught me how to do things like fix a car, do the brakes yourself, change your oil, change your tires, okay? Fix these things, tie rod, right? Fix those things. Learn how to be self-sufficient as a woman so you don't have to wait for a man to do it for you. That's what my dad and grandparents wanted for me. And so they taught me things, right? I certainly can't build a house. Construction's not my thing. Although we did have metal shop and wood shop in middle and high school. Right? An open, curious mind is one of the best things to have, and I make no excuses for having one. My grandparents got me encyclopedias when I was in like 5th or 6th grade. And I remember sitting there just reading all sorts of just random wondrous shit in the damn encyclopedia. And then you go down rabbit holes from there. You find something you're interested in, you go on, you go forward, you do research, try it out. Like, it's called life experience, right? It's called life experience, Kimmy. Doesn't seem like you have lots of that, right? I love those classes too. They cut them. Oh God, my husband was 3 years younger than me, in the same school system. We grew up just a few houses down from each other. That's our love story. Is we grew up as kids together. And his class didn't have it. They cut it. I think it was either 1 or 2 years after me. They cut it. Which home ec? Yeah, we had home ec. Home ec, where you learned how to cook, set a table correctly, budget, sew. We learned how to do those things. My grandmother also taught me how to sew, so that if something, needed to be sewn, I could sew it by hand, which in fact I've done a million times for my husband, especially with his softball pants. For the love of God, how many pairs of softball pants I've sewn. My mother went to private Catholic schools. Physics is fascinating, right? It is fascinating. And to be fair, one thing that I really loved to learn about, this was many, many years ago, was like space, stars, gases, planets, what our telescopes do, what we can see, what we can predict. Can there be life on other planets? We discover new planets. Like, astrophysicists have so many good insights on some of that shit. I just get interested in something and I have to know all the answers, right? It's just how my mind works. So it sounds like, Kimmy's just sad. She's sad she doesn't have a high intelligence or know all the things. I don't know. Right? Some people like to bird watch. Some people like to collect stamps. Some people like to build, right? My husband likes to play sports. Hello, darling. It just sounds like Kimmy's sad. Kimmy's real sad. She doesn't know all the things, right? And so she started off her stupid thing like something named Twisted Tragedies. Well, first of all, it's not named Twisted Tragedies. It's named Untwisted Tragedies. And Aiden is the only person that says that. Oh, something named this, as if I'm not human, which is so funny to me. You're not Aiden, Kim, all right? Settle down. Take it down like 5 notches, darling. Take it down. You might get a good pat on the head. Good boy, good girl, right? Yeah. Yes, Jesse. Like, you might get one of those. Is that what you're looking for? Good boy, good girl, so cute. So cute. Aha, you called it a something called. What'd she say? Oh, a person named Twisted Tragedies believes she has much knowledge, training, and experience as both lawyers and physicians, while she is neither. Well, Kim, see, this is what happens when you study something for many moons. I've been studying law since I was 12. Most people know that's because I was a witness at the age of 12 on the stand. And so that is something that I wanted to do. And my knowledge when it comes to medical comes from my family and my Nana, who was an RN, and my child's rare disease that less than 200 people on planet Earth have. So when you have a child that has a terminal illness that less than 200 people on planet Earth have, you start to learn a lot about medical. And I actually do have some training in medical. I went to school originally for medical coding. I thought that would be an easy sort of thing. It wasn't full-time school and my kid was still sick. So, and I eventually had to drop out because my child's health is more important. But I know more law than you on any day of the week. I know more law than you on any day of the month. And I know more law than Betrayal on any day of the month, regardless if he's a practicing attorney or not. Same man who argued with me about whether murder 2 requires intent in the state of Massachusetts, which it does not, right? So, yeah. Got to do what you got to do, my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you're looking for someone to fire shots at, Kimmy, you can fire shots all day over here, darling. But anybody who knows me, knows my life story, has been there, was with me, knows it all. So like you're just firing shots into the air, darling. Like you're just firing shots into the air. My knowledge, experience in health comes from my sister with AP deletion, okay, and growing up dealing with that, and my daughter. with her rare disease and taking medical coding, which also requires you to take medical terminology, medical law, so on and so forth to do medical coding. Okay, number one. Number two, I do actually have training in the justice system, darling. I worked in a prison. That was my career. I worked in a prison for the criminally insane. I worked in mental health, a mental health prison, honey. The nurses, they stand behind a trap, a cage, essentially. Well, I'm right there in the weeds with the prisoners, right? That was my career. I worked in corrections. Also been a volunteer advocate for 20 fucking years. So what do I know? I have no experience or knowledge whatsoever, Kim. Sounds like you're jealous. Like, listen, broaden your horizons, Kimmy. Broaden your horizons. Learn some shit. Maybe instead of peeing on the floor in the garage and letting the dog lick it up, you pick up a book. Try a different career. I don't know. I wouldn't want you to be my nurse. Jesus Christ. It's wild, right? You're not going to win the Nobel Prize. It's weird. It's weird shit, bro. She cannot make up her mind. Tough or you're delicate like a flower. Which is it? Which is it? Both seems like a pander to me. Work faster, beer. I feel the same, my friend. I feel the same. It's cute how she protects Bettero. Not to me. Her opinion's not relevant to me. I think she's just taking up for her friend Ethel. Her friend Ethel. She says someday maybe she'll be as successful as me and stream as my only job. Well, you know what, Kim? I don't wish that you magically get COVID and then have heart problems and lung problems and things that you didn't have before you had COVID. I do not wish that you get MS. I do not wish that you have fibromyalgia. I do not wish that you have arthritis and psoriasis in every part of your body. I do not wish that the inflammation in your body is causing problems with your heart, right? I do not wish you to have liver problems you were born with. I don't wish any of that on you. Unlike you, I'm a grown up enough to know, like, if I could have carried on with my career in corrections, honey, that's where I'd be right now, right? That's where I would be. So yes, this is my only job. This is my only job. Other than being a mother, a full-time mother and wife, yes, this is my job. You know who else's job is full-time this? Your cult leaders. Your cult leader's job is this. I love it when these people try to shit on me for this being my job. It's cute. It's adorable. Because the fun fact would be if I just filed for, disability, they would say, oh, you're just sucking off the government, right? But no, don't try to adult and do something that, you like. And that you can still allows you to help people on the side. Don't do any of that. Oh yeah, she peed on her garage floor and then her dog licked it up and she left it on a video. It gets played on the interwebs all the time. She was super drunk, peed on the floor and was like, oh, my dog's licking it up. Like, oh, that's weird. Weirdo. I think she's taking up for Ethel, to be honest with you. I think she's taking up for Ethel. Fun fact, Kim, Ethel doesn't like you either. She talks mad shit. That's a fun fact, in case you didn't know. I bet you already knew that. You guys trying to put those things behind you, which is totally fine. I put things behind me when I talk to other people too. But Ethel still doesn't like you. She just needs another girl to have her back right now. So she needs to keep the nicey nice, No, this was a post she made today. Or this morning or something. I'm glad I read space free in your head, Kimmy. It's adorable. Adorable. I find it funny that none of these people would run their mouths to my face. So cute. So cute. Oh, bless her heart is right, Sassy. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. It's amazing. Hello, girl. Hey, how are you? I'm not going to play that video. I feel like it's animal abuse, in my opinion, so I'm not going to play that video. Absolutely not. It's disgusting. That's gross. It's not funny to watch your dog lick up your urine, no matter how drunk you are. It's just not cute, I love a good Southern, bless her heart. Me too, Rose. I love it. I have a friend who lives in the Carolinas, and no, it's not Leah. But when I'm on the phone with her and she says that about someone, It's so funny. It's the accent. I love it. It's so cute. You know? Ugh. I think everyone's tired of his shit at this point. You know? I feel like everyone is over it. No, I'm not gonna share that video. That video is just gross. You know? It's weird, right? Weird. It's just strange. It's strange. Yeah, of the peeing on the there's Mhm. Yeah, they're all tough until they see you in person. Not a single one of these idiots would actually say something to me in person. That's what I find fun. Because unlike them, I would. I would. I would. I'll send it to you after the show. It's gross. You cannot fix stupid. I love you. But since this is my only job and all, and apparently Kim is very jealous about that. She's very upset that she doesn't have all the life experience and knowledge that we do. You know, she's very upset about it. She's very, very upset. And since this is my only job, I guess that will remind everyone that it's Friday. And if you do want to donate to my channel, because this is my only job, as Kim said, and you'd like to tell Kim to fuck off with your donation, there's many ways to do so. Hitting the like button is one, and that's free. Definitely subscribing, that's another. It's also free. Writing a comment on the video when they're not live anymore, also free. Definitely a help. Then there's the other ways you can do it, and that's Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Revolut, Chime. And then we have our little link up top there, the Justice Chats, and those work for any debit, credit card, or Apple Pay. And then we have Jules and Super Chats. And you can tell anyone to go F themselves on any of those. We'll read it for you, you know? Absolutely, 100%. He only hates it when it comes at him. Then he's got to have the deflection. Deflection. Yeah, it's gross. It's pretty gross. Thank you, Magic. Exactly. It's not even funny. Not cute. Not even a little bit. I'd have to find it on here because I have it in a screenshot, not in my email. Yeah, no, we don't want that. Not a chance in hell they'd say it to my face. Not a fucking chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. You know? Oh, the acting. I mean, she was drunk, so there's that. The confessional video is just a bunch of more lies. Maybe she's upset about that. I don't know. Merch! Is it true Proctor had to leave his depot yesterday because I have no idea. I cannot answer that because I did not hear that. I will find out, but I don't know. That's the first I'm hearing of it right now. To be fair, like I said, I had several phone calls before today's live stream, and I was with my sister dropping the kids off at school this morning. So I haven't really had a chance to look at some things that I would normally have a chance to look at. So there's lots of things going on in Twitterverse. We may or may not have Sparkly's court audio to play at some point. We may or may not have that. Interesting. Turtle Boy deflection syndrome. Love it. I mean, when isn't something going on in the Twitterverse? I feel like, you know, like I feel like when is it not? You know, yeah, the fact that you would video that is weird to me too. I don't know. Hear who? Sparkly? His legacy is at this point a pathological liar and a cyberbully. You know, I don't know who she was with, or you know, if someone was trying to stop her, but that would have been the smart thing to do, is try to stop your friend from doing something wild as fuck. You know, full blown panic attack started 2.5 late, went till 5. Jesus Christ, that's awful. It's happy hour for me now. I don't want to bust the seal. No more. I know, right? You don't want to bust seal. Once that seal is broken, my friend, you can't unbreak it. You'll be peeing every 5 minutes. That's how it works. No. Nope. Nope. Not till Tuesday. Their last day isn't until Tuesday. But unfortunately, my kid's not going to be able to go Tuesday because her sister has surgery. So, my oldest has surgery on Tuesday, and so I won't be here either. To be honest with you guys. I'll be at the hospital Monday into Tuesday for my kid to have her surgery, which is fairly risky. They took her G-tube out. See that, Kimmy? A G-tube. You know what that is? You're a nurse, right? You should know what that is. How dare I know what that is without being a nurse? How dare I? My child's had a G tube since she was a baby. It's been in her belly, surgical one, since she was about 2. She's now 21. And they took it out because it's not really helping any much with the weight issue. And there's no point in keeping it in now at this point. But when she was little, they thought she might be able to have it out by the time she was like 8 or 10. We went well past that, of course, with her disease and the way it burns off calories. That just wasn't going to work. No, it wasn't a stream. It was just a post, and she talked about me at the bottom of it. It was weird. She's good. She's getting some anxiety. She's feeling very anxiety ridden over it, which of course anybody would be. But I'm always here for her no matter what. And that's what I said this morning. Like, don't worry, big sissy's here. You got me. I got you, always. But she is definitely getting some anxieties about it. It's brain surgery. I don't know who wouldn't. She's worried and afraid and all of the things that anyone else would be about the surgery. But we're going to take it one step at a time, the way we can. It totally is his legacy already. But I have to actually go into my daughter's stomach and actually, because the stomach acid was seeping and burning her. And so they have to actually go into her intestines and sew it. I kid you not. And so it's kind of a risky bit of surgery here because she can't be intubated because her neck is fused to her spine. So her head is in the downward position. So she cannot be intubated correctly. And so it would be twilight, I assume, which is not the same as being knocked out all the way. So yeah. Yep. I mean, this is my life. To be honest with you, I'm kind of used to this level of stress, but it is a lot for any one human, But see, that's what happens when you have medical things, right? You learn a lot about medical. Fun fact, my nephew, my friend's son, who I've known longer than my kids have all been alive, has refractory epilepsy, which is med resistant, and a few other medical conditions. And I've only been working with his mother basically his entire life to help him get the reasonable accommodations he needed at school and so on and so forth to deal with FND and his refractory epilepsy that was med resistant. And it's amazing to me how someone like him can't put, 1 + 1 is 2, Kim. When you deal with these very rare terminal illnesses and diseases, you learn things. It's kind of how it works, right? Unless you just want to stay a dummy and pretend you don't know shit. You want answers, right? I want answers. My child wants answers. My nephew wants answers. My sister wants answers. My sister-in-law has Downs. And we were just told that her early onset, I forget if it's dementia or Alzheimer's, but either way, is progressing rapidly. And it progresses more rapidly in people with Down syndrome. And the life expectancy, I think, was they set up to 5 to 6, 1 to 6 years, but usually, and that's their words because it's not the same for everyone, usually around 5. Now that, of course, is hoping that it doesn't progress faster than it is right now, because that very well can get bad very quickly for her. And that's just another thing that we deal with, right, as a family. And we just do, right? We just do. We just put our heads held high and we just do it, right? But if you want to know how I learn things, Kimmy, it's life experience. Life experience, darling. Maybe learn yourself. I learned a lot also from helping other people, from being a volunteer advocate. I learned quite a bit about other things, all sorts of other things from other experiences. It's not that hard, not that fucking hard. I guess if you only want to focus on what you do in nursing and nothing else ever, then you'll stay stagnant. Me, I like to learn. I like to do things sporadically. I like to enjoy nature and cultures and food and people I like to learn about people. I would rather sit in a nursing home and listen to older people's stories about life for hours and hours than listen to fucking 20 minutes of Super Turtle or I would prefer to listen to the wise words of elders of mine and their beautiful life experiences and what they've been through and the things that they learned. Because you can always learn a bit from them as well. You can always learn a bit from them as well. I find it funny that these people don't seem to well, that's the other thing. I don't have to, you know? See, that's the difference between me and these people is I don't have to keep track of my lies because I don't need to lie. There's nothing to lie about. I'm not in a cult. I answer to no one. And I say what I want to say when I want to fucking say it, regardless of who's going to like it and who's not going to like it. You know? I try. Let's just put it that way. I try, but sometimes I am the back burner. And I mean, who's not going to put themselves on the back burner for your own kid? You're gonna, right? Common sense. And I try. Let's just put it that way. A lot of the times, Jesse's begging me to do that. And I'm like, I can't take a day off. I can't afford it, but I love you. And she does remind me to take my medication in the morning. The new one that I got from the hospital for my face, because otherwise I would forget because it's not one that I take all the time. But I have wonderful people like you that remind me sometimes, you know? I agree. I don't think there's any, to be honest. I don't think there's any at all. And that's what they all do. Try to get more people to be shitty, less people to donate. I mean, been around this block several times, bro. Nothing she says or does is going to do a goddamn fucking thing. She just makes herself look like a buffoon. You know? Well, that's exactly it. The more that can be swept under the rug if there's less people listening to what truth is, right? C's and D's get degrees. I wonder if that was her motto as well. I wonder, you know? Doesn't seem like these people are too smart. Now we're talking about, oh, I'm a nurse, so I know it all, right? Speaking of I'm a nurse, I know it all, and I'm so smart. Sparkly said she was a nurse, right? Retired nurse, yet she doesn't seem to know what HIPAA is. I remember taking extensive training about HIPAA before I could even step foot in the prison, okay? Medical facilities cannot release your personal information without a release signed by both parties, okay? Otherwise, it's against HIPAA. I cannot look into your personal, private medical information working for a company or a medical provider and then share it with other people. That would be a violation of HIPAA, right? But if you share your medical condition publicly or in a public court and then someone talks about it afterwards, it is not a violation of HIPAA because I am not a medical facility and you said it in public and I am just repeating what you said. That is not a violation of HIPAA. But you would think a nurse who was a nurse for how many years? How many years was it, Sparkly? Didn't she say like 30 years or something? If you're a nurse for 30 years, don't you think that you should know the HIPAA laws and how it applies? Right? So all these people who are like, man, I'm a nurse. I know it all. I know all these things. You're an idiot. You know nothing. These are the same people who are claiming that it's a HIPAA violation for merit to say what you, to basically repeat what you said before about your medical condition. Make it make sense, folks. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? She can have them. I don't want them. I don't want to have to argue with an idiotic attorney that thinks his motion to fucking dismiss is going to help him in any capacity, considering that motion to dismiss is the ultimate joke. I would be embarrassed as an attorney to put that motion to dismiss in front of a fucking judge. That motion is an actual joke. An actual joke. Okay? An actual joke. She can have him. Again, Federer is the same attorney who's so smart, who literally argued with me over whether or not murder too required intent in the state of Massachusetts. Fun fact, it doesn't. But his words were, I'm an attorney. Imagine arguing with an attorney about a law and think you're right. And thinking you're right, right? I think it's something along those lines, he said. Well, guess who was right? Oh, I was. And guess who was wrong? The attorney, right? She can have Melvin filter. She can have Melvin filter and a baby Bettero. No one wants them anyway. Thank you, but no. Absolutely not. You can have them. You can have them. I can't. I mean, I still had to address it. It was funny. I mean, I chuckled a little. I'm like, is this bitch serious? Like, does she realize she sounds like an idiot? Like, I'm just saying. Does she realize how fucking stupid she sounds? Like, I'm asking for a friend here. I navigate them in the way that anyone else would, right? Like, suck it up, buttercup, and I fucking do what I gotta do. You know? That is what friends are for, my friend. I love you too. Most people who don't even have a medical background know what the fuck HIPAA is and what it applies to, but apparently Sparkles Falls does not. Okay? She called it elder abuse. Shut the fuck up. No, she didn't. I cannot. Oh, wow. Wow. That it is suspect, right? You're a nurse, but you don't know how HIPAA applies, Sparkles. Wow. Wow, is that? Wow, is that? See, that's the other thing. Like, why on planet Earth, why would anybody in her chat be stupid enough to believe that? Like, does anybody ever do research these days? I'm just asking for a friend. They don't do research when fucking Kimmy talks. They don't do research when Ethel talks. They don't do research when the cult leader himself talks. They just take whatever they say, repeat it, and go, yeah, fuck that person. Like, why am I the only one that tells my audience to go do the research as well? Like, maybe because they don't want people doing the research. They just want to be able to spew things as fact that aren't fact, right? See, when I said I don't know, this is what someone told me, that Kim doesn't even practice anymore as a nurse, but I'm not sure because I have not confirmed that. I don't know, but I wouldn't want her as my nurse. See, that's called an opinion, right? It's called an opinion. These people have a very hard time understanding what an opinion versus what a fact is, which is often why I will say, well, in my opinion, or this is my opinion, because they don't seem to grasp the difference between an opinion and fact. Oh, I am so ready for Practical Magic 2. I saw the trailer yesterday and I was like, oh, nostalgia, let's do it. So that's the other thing. Birkenstock is right? Aiden's filed more than one motion to dismiss. You only get one, the judge rules on it, and then you don't get to file a whole nother motion to dismiss about the same things, just said in a different way. And so all the things that he spewed in that nonsense are speculation, nonsense, nothing factual at all. It has nothing to do with his charges at all. It's basically just being like, I don't like this person, and Kate Peters did this thing, and well, I think this person did this thing, and it's said that that person might have done that thing. Right? That's what it is. That's all the motion to dismiss is. They haven't even, like, again, they've already admitted in open court that they're not arguing that Aiden didn't do those things. They're arguing that they're First Amendment. So how are you going to argue a motion to dismiss? That motion to dismiss is a joke. And this is the second or third one. And so that's what the state said. The state said, Your Honor, they've already filed a motion to dismiss. It's already been ruled on. This is just there's another attempt at filing a motion to dismiss disguised as something else. Like, that's exactly what it is. You know, I agree with you here. Are your friends, the friends that egg you on to make you look stupid so they can laugh at you behind closed doors? It's wild to watch people do that to people. I would never do that to people. It's fucking wild. Yeah, that person sucks. And they egg them on, right? And then these people say wild shit that simply isn't true. They look like idiots. And then the people egging them on are laughing behind their back. Yeah, she's such a fucking idiot. Can't believe she said that. These are your friends, Sparkles. Your friends. Weird. Okay, weird. Yeah, that's the other thing that really scares me is usually as a nurse, you have continuing education for HIPAA, basically every year, sometimes every 6 months if something new comes out, like if they change it in any way. But basically yearly, and you don't know how it applies. Like, clearly you never paid attention in 30 fucking years, you know? Damn. Work mode. I'm in work mode right now. You know? I do. It's wild. It's fucking wild. It's just a pick me shit. It's taking up for Ethel. Maybe Ethel doesn't want to do it herself. Jewels have arrived in the UK. Yay! See, I didn't know. They didn't tell us when they would be, like, given in the UK. They kind of just said, like, oh, hey, eventually, like, they'll get to the UK, you know? Eventually. Thank you so much, Valley's Girl, for your party blowers for 500 jewels. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't used jewels, by the way, you get them for free. If you haven't used them yet, apparently you get them for free. That's like a thing. So you can give them to any creator you want. That if you look where this, I think it used to be where the super stickers were, and now they're jewels, and you can get them for free. And you can give them, and then you can also buy them. I think the first bout of them is free, is what they're doing. At least here in the US, that's what they've done. I don't know about the UK, but in the US, that's what they're doing. Oh, she's going on Spotify. I mean, I could go on Spotify right now if I wanted to, but yes, compliance is yearly training. And to keep your license, you have to take these classes. So it's wild, right? It's fucking wild. Yeah, Jessie can't find hers. I don't know where to direct her. Maybe some of you have used the jewels before, can direct her where the hell they are, because I have not found them on my end, but I'm also on my back end, so it's not going to show for me. I meant to try to do it on Mike's stream the other day, and I forgot. And maybe it's because I don't know. Super chats pop up, regular super chats. I'm looking now again just to see. Super stickers, just go to super stickers, which we don't even have anymore. Or maybe now the super stickers are supposed to be in place of the jewels, because they still load. I don't know. I don't know. Still load. Membership gifting is just the memberships. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Wait a second. Why aren't you blue? I feel like, Valley's Girl, you got a membership the other day, didn't you? Didn't you win one here, or was it somewhere else that you won it? Was it Mike's channel that you won it? You should be blue. Or green. Sorry, green. You should be. Oh, there you are. It's green this time. It wasn't green at first, and I'm like, why isn't it green? Anybody who has a membership should be green. Sorry, my mods are blue. Anybody who has a membership should be green. There you go. If you don't, yeah, I'm confused as well. Still, as the creator myself, I'm fucking confused. You can buy them and you can give them to creator, and basically, it's like a super chat or a super sticker, and then they they convert for me. So I think it's 2 jewels is 1 ruby. 1 ruby is 1 cent or something like that. You see them? You see jewels? See, I don't see them on my end, but I'm in my back end of my thing. So I don't think it's going to show for me because I'm the creator. Now, Freeze, did you get free jewels when you first opened it up? Or did you have to buy the jewels to get them? Yeah, the super chats are under the money icon, but where the hell are the jewels? For me, it's that little $ thing, right? And then it just says super stickers, super chat, membership gifting. That's it. There's no jewels on mine. But again, I'm in the back end of my own stream, so I don't know. The gift icon takes you to jewels. This little gift icon. I don't have that one in my back end here, unfortunately. Yeah, see, I don't have that one back there. Just the little money sign, and then that opens up, and then it's super stickers, membership gifting, and super chat on the computer at least. And then it's just gift memberships. It doesn't give me any jewels on this end. Hit the gift box by chat. The first 50 are free. So it's got to be probably on different devices, I would guess. I don't have that one on my computer, on my back end at least. You know what? Let me see if it opens up on the front end of my YouTube. Maybe that would work. I don't know. Let's find out. You got them for free when you first started. See, that's weird. Someone else said they had, I think it was Dan, said she had 1,500 or something like that. I was like, that's wild. Maybe they give them to you depending on how much you used to spend. I have no idea. They didn't explain all that. The way they explained it was in a short email, and it was very general. Very. Oh, you have a tablet. Good, because Jessie has a tablet, and that's part of the problem is she doesn't have it on her phone anymore. So it's all right, let's see. Now I'm in the front end. I see. Oh yeah, see, it's because it knows it's me. It won't let me do it because it knows it's me. Super chat, membership gifting. And then it shows me the membership tiers, membership gifting. And that's it. It doesn't super chat, just send super chat. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, you got it. That's what I thought. Other people were saying that too, but I wasn't sure. It says I have 72 left. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, they've told you guys how to do it, but I also think it also depends on what, like, like if you're using a tablet, an iPhone, an Android, a computer. I can't seem to find them, but I am on my own stream, so that's probably why. I bet if I went to like Mike's or something, which is what I meant to try the other day, Mike's or Brian's, and see if I could find it there, that it would do that, you know? Oh, Jackie, thank you. Oh, look at the flowers. Oh, they're so pretty. I love them. The tulips. Thank you. See, they're so cute. Like, this is such a new thing for me. Like, I know it's not new for like TikTok, but for us, it's new. And it's just kind of fun to see them pop up on the screen, you know? Like, it's it's kind of fun to engage with them. With that jewel slash diamond icon beside it. Yeah, see, that doesn't pop up for me on my back end here. It's got to be. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. They're so cute. I love it. I loved how those just opened up. Like, you never know what they're going to do. It's something different every time when it's a jewel, and then someone buys one and it's like a disco ball. Someone buys one and there's a beautiful tulips that open up. You never know what you're going to get. They're fun. Yeah, see, me too. That's all I see too, but I'm on the back end, and it might be because you're on the back end and not like just watching from YouTube, if that makes sense. Happy Friday! She doesn't like the canned pumpkin, huh? Ooh, pumpkin pie. I don't love pumpkin, but I'll tell you, my mother's pumpkin bread, she should have like made and sold, because I will not, I don't like pumpkin anything, but that, anyone who doesn't like pumpkin would eat my mother's pumpkin bread. I'm telling you. People have literally begged her to sell it because it's so good. But I digress, you know? I digress. Yeah, TikTok is a whole nother world. I agree. But it is fun now to have the jewels here over on YouTube. I think it's fun when they pop up and I get to see them. They're very cool for me to look at. I like engaging with them. I find them to be a cute distraction, you know? I like them. I like them a lot. You've never had pumpkin pie? Oh, thank you, Pepper. That was nice of you. Oh, that was Sparkly Sparkle Balls. She said it was elder abuse to repeat her medical that she repeated in court. And also she said it was a HIPAA violation, which is absurd because, of course, if you are not a medical facility or provider, it is not a HIPAA violation. If someone literally repeats something you said in a public court about your medical or your disability, it is not HIPAA. It's not a HIPAA violation because they're not a medical provider. They didn't go look in your thing and share private information. You shared it publicly. And this is someone who claims she was a nurse. So, I mean, that's deeply concerning. I'm just saying. Thank you, Pepper. That was really nice of you. I appreciate you. I'm not a fan of pumpkin, so I'm not going to say that I love pumpkin. I like pumpkin bread that my mother's made. I'm not a pumpkin pie eater, but other people who like pumpkin pie. Yeah, my mom makes a killer pumpkin bread. I don't know what it is. Not a YouTube connoisseur. Hey, but more than I knew. More than I knew, Freeze. More than I knew. They did not like lay it out for us. They basically sent us an email and was like, hey, jewels exist now in the US. No more super stickers, jewels. You get 2 jewels, and 2 jewels turns into 1 ruby. 1 ruby is 1 cent. Like, that's basically all they explained to us. So it wasn't exactly giving us the information I feel like you should have given the creators. Like, come on, there's a lot we could have known, you know, that they did not explain to us. So you knew more than I did, so that's good. Ooh, see, my mother refuses to write it down. So when, you know, so we literally have to go by shakes. I kid you not. Like the spices, like we know it. Me and my sister know it by shakes. Like how many shakes of what out of the bottle, not actual like measurements, because you gotta taste it. You know, you gotta taste it. Oh, that's weird. You're a cyber genius. What do you mean? TikTok's weird like that. It's weird like that. Like, what code is there to violate? It's wild as hell. Wild as hell. Wild as hell. Ooh, Cool Whip. You have to say Cool Whip. You got to say it like that. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You got to say it like that. Have to. Talk about Cool Whip. You got to say it like that. Cool Whip. Hey, what's happening here? Computer, no. Don't be doing all that. Ooh, cheesy bread. You trying to make me hungry? I mean, not that I already wasn't hungry already at 2:45 in the afternoon, but that sounds so good. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. All right, let's see. What do we got?
Grab the tea, because Twitter is melting down again.
So excited for Twitter tales, okay? And you're just trying to make me hungry over here. All right, cheesy bread, delicious. Delicious. Banana bread's good. Walnut banana bread is good. Cool whiplash, cool whip. You gotta call it cool whip. Would be hilarious if she's just an MA, right? Medical assistant, not actually a nurse. Did she say something about nursing school too? Like, how are you in nursing school if you're already a nurse? That's kind of weird. That don't make sense. Unless you mean continuing education, but you wouldn't be dropping out of continuing education. That doesn't make sense. So something stinks to high heaven here. Why is my phone searching? Okay, that's weird. It's okay, right? From my brain out your fingers onto the thing. Like, I wish, right? Cheesy bread sounds delicious. Stuffed cheesy bread. And I don't often get stuff like that because I have 2 lactose intolerant people in my house. So I forego the good stuff all the time that I can't get because they can't eat it. And so, yeah. All right, my phone's back to normal. I don't know why, but it just went into like some weird searching mode. I don't know what the fuck it was doing. It was deciding on its own behalf that it was gonna be weird like that. Weird. Weird. Okay. I love my Twitter tales. The dough is rising. Cheesy bread. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is good if you like pumpkin. I'm not a huge pumpkin fan, but I know everyone who likes pumpkin likes it. My favorite pie is going to be either a Boston cream pie or a chocolate pie. I love a chocolate pie. Chocolate pie is delicious. It's basically like you can either use chocolate pudding, or you can use like a chocolate, not a ganache. It's the word I'm looking for here. Damn it, my brain. Someone help me out. Like, it's like a whipped sort of chocolate. It's not the pudding one, but you can do chocolate pudding in it, or you can do like the whipped chocolate, and you make it with Cool Whip or cream. It's delicious. So delicious. That's true. Oh, grilled chicken. You got to put bacon on that, some feta. Oh, that sounds so good. Or crispy chicken. All right. Focus, Elise. Focus. I'm focusing. I'm focusing. I'm focusing. Focusing. I'm focusing. I'm focusing. Horrible at focusing today. It's Friday. It's Friday. Not great at the focusing right now. Pull up Twitter, Elise. And focus. All right. Focus. 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 Okay. Here we go. Right? Sounds so good. Mousse. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. Yes. Chocolate mousse. That's what I was thinking of. Yes. Chocolate mousse. Thank you, guys. Fire over the yes. Chocolate mousse. Hit the nail on the head. Exactly what I was thinking. I mean, the food is pretty good here, but there's some pretty good food down south, you know, as well. I don't think anything gets along with my gallbladder anymore, to be honest. Food in my stomach. Okay. I love this one from Jen. Because I'm posh as fuck. I love you. I'm posh as fuck, goddammit. Jen said, it's absolutely mind-boggling to me that Ethel says that she's intimidated as a witness because Holly McNamara was in the same courtroom with her during Meredith's restraining order hearing. Yet she supports Aiden, a man who chased witnesses down the street, had a rolling rally that went to each witness's house, went to a witness's child's lacrosse game and stands outside their business screaming that they're cop killers. But Holly McNamara is supporting a new friend and assisting her with her legal issue and sitting in the same courtroom is intimidation. Somebody help me make sense of that. It's not, doesn't make any sense. I agree. We talked about that yesterday. Wild. Wild as fuck. Wild. Wild as hell. First of all, and I have to read this, Leah just posted this. She's amazing, and I don't know why anybody would say such a thing, but Leah said, I love when people say I'm a shitty dog trainer and handler. Anybody who says that clearly doesn't know her or her work, and it's wild. The last hurricane we had 2 years ago in West North Carolina, I lost 7 pounds in 5 days for being deployed every day, all day. She did. I had to tell her to go home. Go home. You're doing enough. You're doing as much. She took our cadaver dog down there, and they had to mark places for people to look. There was a lot of people missing. I hate you all. Sounds delicious, and I hate you all. Okay. All right. I just want to say I'm jealous, and right? Let it right. I hate you guys. It sounds delicious. Cheesy bread sounds delicious. I'm not gonna lie. All right, listen. If you're all gonna eat cheesy bread, and I'm not gonna be allowed to do that. I'm gonna need you to put lots of marinara on it, and also you got to sprinkle a little Parmesan on it because delicious. Okay, delicioso. All right, just saying. Just saying. All right, so she said there was a point Molly and I were on a large pile of rubble that when I looked down realized it was a kitchen underneath us. Our teams hit on multiple rubble areas where the detectives would mark the GPS longitude, latitude, and then FEMA would swoop in and say, we've got this from here and push us out. But at least we assisted on multiple positive alerts for the missing or the dead. Molly's retiring next month on her birthday at 10. My young Mal widow is in training now as her replacement so my little lab can enjoy her senior years. Now, I will tell you, Molly is an amazing dog, and the amount of time that Leah spent out there helping, as she was asked to, by local places, the local authorities, and then FEMA acting a fool. Shame on FEMA for all that they did there. I remember Leah being completely traumatized by the way fucking FEMA was acting down there, and it really made my heart hurt. Because she was called in by local authorities, and then they're doing all this work. They're using their cadavers. They're trying to find missing people. They're helping in the best way that they can and know how. And then FEMA comes in and is like, nope, can't go past this line. And they're like, yeah, we were called in by the local authorities. And FEMA's like, yeah, no, we're not letting you pass. Bro, who the fuck are you? And then, of course, did FEMA then take their cadaver dogs and look for these people? No. Days went by. And it's so frustrating to me because I remember how upset she was that she couldn't help find people alive, right? She didn't want to have to find them with a cadaver dog gone. She wanted to find them alive, That's what I'm going to look up here. Recipe. Do YouTubers get paid in cash when jewels are given? No. No. They get converted into, what do you mean get paid in cash? When they're jewels, super chats, memberships, all that stuff, YouTube takes their cut of it per everything that goes through YouTube, and they pay us next month for it. So they, take 30 to 60%. I actually heard J7 the other day say something about she drops memberships because it circumvents the cut that YouTube takes. It doesn't. They still take a cut of memberships. I don't know why she thinks that. It takes 30%, I believe. It's either 30 or 60 on the memberships, but I think it's 30 maybe. But on the membership, so it's not circumventing it. I hope she knows that. But it doesn't circumvent it. They take their cut of anything that goes through. And so anything that I get, super chat, super sticker, jewel, membership, gifted memberships, I get a portion of that, and YouTube keeps their portion of it, and I'll get it next month. So anything I make from June 1st to June 30th, I will not get until the end of July. I'll get it between July 21st and whatever. So I have essentially 4 days left on, at least for the YouTube stuff, to make as much as I humanly can so that I'll get it next month in July, at the end of July. So they only pay out one time a month, and they pay at the end of the month. And so you get it for the month prior, not the month you're in. So it's weird. It's weird how they do it. It's weird how they pay once a month. It's a fucking struggle for those of us that don't make, thousands of dollars or even 1,000 for that matter, because trying to keep the stream running all month is why direct donations are so important for small streamers, because YouTube only does the one time a month. But so essentially, I guess, yes, it's cash that gets deposited in your account with everything, but they give you, like, they take their cut of whatever they're going to take, essentially. Leah is a badass. I love you. I love you. Here's the Molly video. Personally, privately, when it was all happening. Leah was exhausted. Exhausted. Molly's so cute. So cute. Molly is. It's a good dog. And smart. Smart dog. Idiots. Such idiots. Such idiots. They don't know the first thing about you, just like they don't know the first thing about me. It's amazing what people will believe when told. Look at that big brush, dude. I remember all the scrapes and scratches and bruises you had from traipsing through there. And I was like, if I didn't live so far away from me and Coach, I'm in. I wish I lived nearby. I would have went with you. But let's do this. I'm ready. Get my traipsing pants on to go through this shit and go. My hiking pants out, Happy summer Friday, girl. I know, girl. I know. Fried potato casserole with bacon and shrimp. Oh, that sounds so good. I am not gonna lie. That sounds freaking-delicious. I agree with you. In your scenario, it was not good. It was not good. Jetro! Where is he? Jet! Did he perk his ears up? You too, Jay. You exist too, Jay. Don't worry. I won't just say hi to Jethro. We'll say hi to Jay too. Hi, Jay! Here's your good boy, Jay. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yep. iPhones take extra like 30, but I think iPhone stopped you from being able to do it on an iPhone now. I heard most people can't do it on an iPhone because Google and YouTube are like, no, we can't have you doing that because we already take a cut. You can't be taking more. Like, that's not, no. So no. I love that. I know you were, girl. Outside with a goddamn hose. Wild. But you are one of those people that just like get it done, I know that song is just an emotional song, I feel like, anyway. But yeah, that's for iPhones or iDevices. But a lot of the iDevices now don't even allow it. I think YouTube stopped them from being able to do it. I love potatoes. So good. The rest can kick rocks. In flip-flops, plow rain, pound sand. It was so sad. It was so sad. I remember it happening. Yeah, it's around $7 for, yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize. Lake Lure. My daughter's school was used as a shelter from Helene. Yeah, Helene was bad. It was bad. The aftermath was bad. All the clips I saw of people were just bad, Bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? Bacon is amazing. Potatoes in the casserole is covered with bacon, cheese, and bacon. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, that sounds so freaking good. Onion bloom. Yes. An onion bloom. Listen, if you make an onion bloom copycat, you don't. Jay said hi. Hi, Jay. I've been saying your name for like a week, and you're always out of the house when I do it. So I just figured I'm going to keep saying hi to Jay until he's actually home. Till you're actually fucking there. God damn it. All right, I got to find. Hold on. We got to find I don't know if the audio is out yet, but we'll see. Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So in case you missed it, Jen and Kim now are cordial. And apparently people are very upset about this. They're very upset about Jen Altman and Kim Fair being cordial. And what I say to them is, fuck them. I am cordial with a lot of people that said a lot of shitty things about me that weren't true when they were part of Aiden's cult. When they got out of Aiden's cult, I had big girl and boy conversations with them when they realized they were sort of being duped into it. There's nothing wrong with having an adult conversation with someone and realizing that they were being manipulated, right? Coercive control is a real thing. They're being manipulated for Aiden to play victim and the rest of the cultists to play victim. And so everyone that told any truth that anyone might believe was bad, right? And so I'm confused as to why anyone would do this. It's weird, okay? Weird. I've heard from this lady before, mind you. I'm confused though. Why message Jen? I don't get it. It's weird. They're like mending fences with someone shouldn't be a problem. That would be amazing. Listen, girl, I'm in like Flynn, okay? That's my problem is I don't drive. If I had a car, like I would fucking meet you halfway. Like I'm in. I'm in for doing stuff like that. Search and rescue, I've done it before. It's unfortunate that the lady that we did it last for, they found at least parts of her remains on the side of Route 3 just not that long ago, last year, and they didn't confirm it until recently. But that was, no, this is not to me. This is Jen Altman. She put it on Twitter. Weird to be mad that someone is mad for not hating someone. So Jen wrote, did you expect me to keep hating her for you when you obviously haven't cared about me once? Like Jen basically says, like, you never reached out to me, never once messaged me and asked if I was okay. Not once, not one message from you. So excuse me for mending fences with someone. Did you expect me to keep hating her for you when you obviously haven't cared once about me? You have a hell of a nerve sending me a message like this. Not once did you call me or message me and ask me if I was okay. Not once did you stick up for me on social media, and now you expect me to continue to defend you against Kim Fair for your lawsuit? You no wonder you like Aiden so much. Weird, bro. Weird. Oh, Molly's such a good dog. I know, right? I wish I could, girl. I wish I could. I would. You know I would. It's weird. Ethel told Jen to go get lip filler. That's weird. If Jen wanted it, she would get it. Just saying. Yeah. If she wanted it, she would just go get it. It's not that difficult. Okay. Weird. I'm trying to see if I can find the audio that I know either is going to be out or is out already. Which one of you did the Venmo? I don't want to read your real name, but I got a Venmo for $20 with hearts. I love your name, by the way. I'm not going to say it out loud, but thank you. I appreciate you. If you want to identify yourself in chat, then you can. You don't have to. But I don't want to. I don't like reading people's real names because then it gives cultists a way to try to find you and harass you, and I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But thank you for your $20 donation and your hearts. I send hearts back. Thank you so much. Thank you. Send lots of hearts back. I don't think it's here, but I do have clips. We have some clips. There's some clips. Of course there's clips, right? Of course there is clips. Okay. Here we go. People who, thank you, Magic. That was really nice of you. Thank you. I don't ever want to read someone's real name. You know what I mean? It gives them fodder. Never, ever, ever. I always like, some people automatically know who it is, like their screen name, because they've sent one before and I know their screen name and they'll tell me. And then others that I don't recognize, right? Usually, like, someone will just say, JK, nothing. They'll say in chat who they are. And if they don't, that's okay too. Sometimes they'll just send me an email and say, hey, I just wanted to, whatever. And sometimes it's just hearts, which I love. So whoever it was, thank you. Whichever one of you beautiful people it was, thank you. All right, here's a clip. It says, people who don't exist for 500. You have to write Alex after. Moo. You have to say, if you say don't exist for 500, you can't not say Alex afterwards, okay? People who don't exist for 500, Alex, okay? It's going to be Jeopardy. It's going to be Jeopardy. You have to say Alex.
Actually, the solution is only talk to men about it, because the men in my life have a very different take on what's going on. And that take is, you're the best that there ever was. Fuck all of these people.
No, they didn't say that. Ethel, stop it. You're the best there ever was, Ethel. You and that whole milk. The best there ever was. Never ever. You're the best there ever was. All the men in my life say I'm amazing and awesome and amazing. I'm like a queen. Elizabeth, Latifah, any of the queens. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Stop it. Stop it. All the men's, all the penises, Ethel, all the balls. All the penises say I'm amazing, and everyone, I'm beloved. I'm beloved, Ethel, yeah, beloved. And you only talk to the men about it. Yep, you don't talk about anybody else, just the men, just the men. I'm beloved and amazing. And so all the men say this.
Was fuck all of these people. My husband had his tough love way of saying about it.
Oh, okay.
I have another friend of mine who is like in the real world, who has been watching everything online. Like the stalker that he is. And his take is also very, very much aligned with Jeffrey's.
Jeez. This person changes. There's changes. Where are you, changes? I don't listen much, but sometimes you confuse me. I just was going to say that. You beat me to it. You got friends in real life? I mean, apparently she calls her friends stalkers, so that's fun, you know? It's fun. I'll read this later. This actually, fuck it, right now. This is the Karen's opposition to the motion to quash the subpoena for Tully. And it says, and the judge took issue with the wording of this, you know? Yeah, he likes the Venmos. My husband thinks it's weird. My husband's like, I could see if it was my birthday or I just won Worlds, right? If I won Worlds, I think that would make sense, right? Celebrate, yay. Christmas. All right, that would make sense. His birthday, sure, okay. But it's weird to just be having your people send your husband random Venmos. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Listen, my guy's the room service guy. My husband is the room service guy. He brings me foods and drinks and love and kisses and all the things. He brings me all the things. Snacks, more kisses and love, good one-liners. Brings me all the things, right? Does anybody tell me, does Jeff bring her the things? What does he bring her? Is he like, you know, does he like help out on the show? Is this why people send him Venmos? I'm actually asking because I have no idea. But weird. It's weird. My husband doesn't even have Venmo or Cash App. Fun fact. If he has to do that for like any of his tournaments to pay like the ump, like his amount for the ump, we use my Venmo and I send it to whoever is collecting the ump fees, usually the person running the team, obviously. But yeah, no, he doesn't have Venmo or Cash App or any of those things. My husband has none of those things, zero of those things. So yeah, usually if somebody wants to send the husband something, it's either like put it on the wish list or like they will like once in a blue moon he might get like here's $10. Tell the husband to go whatever, right? But not to him, not like directly to him. It goes to me. It's weird. That's weird. Does he like do all the things, like all the things that my husband does? Like, is he like a room service guy too? Does he bring like the dinner and the snacks and the drinks and the kisses and the love and the one-liners? Like, is that why he gets the Venmos? I'm confused. Is there a reason behind the Venmos for Jeff, or they just like to go to the casino and people are like, here's money for the casino? No, he does none of those things. Works full time. Well, my husband works full time too. My room service guy also works full time as well. Mods here and there. All right, well, that's not really. At least she gets the kisses, I guess. None of the other things, though. Or maybe a tea. Jeez. My room service guy is useful at least. Jeez. All right, this is what it says, okay? Defendant Karen Reed's opposition to motion to quash. Now, I will point out that the next thing I'll read to you guys after this little bit is what the judge said. And the judge was none too happy, okay? The judge was not happy at all about the way that they wrote some of this because it wasn't factual. There was no basis in reality for some of it. And so the judge took issue with the things that they wrote here. And to be fair, if I was the judge, I would take issue with it too. The judge has been very clear not to pander to social media and the public by writing wild shit that isn't true to just rile people up. And unfortunately, they did it again. And so the judge made an order of his own on his own, pointing out that he did not love this and asking where the factual basis for it was. So, oh, you saw that one? I don't know if she did, but we'll check in a second. But if she did, good for her for, showing that people are fucking lying. I mean, listen, you know how I feel about sharing private messages. I would never share people's private messages. It's not who I am. But in the one scenario that I would, someone calls me a liar, continues to say it was me that somehow did something wrong, when in fact they know that it's not true, and I can prove it by showing those messages. That is the one scenario where I think it is acceptable to show the fucking messages. Because why should you continue to take the heat, okay, if there is heat, or take the shit for no reason because the cult leader can't be honest, right? If you have the evidence right there. The only way, I feel like I would probably bring you guys on more field trips if I had a car. I wouldn't probably just drive around circles. You'd probably be going in stores with me, like the grocery store or something. But yeah, my husband's usually at work during the day too. On his days off, though, he's a very good room service guy. We love him. Love him. Okay. This is what it says. Apparently buoyed by the treatment that other subpoenaed witnesses are getting by resisting their depositions. Now, this was one of the parts the judge had a problem with. Why? Well, because no other witnesses who have gotten subpoenas are resisting their depositions. That's simply not true. And buoyed by the treatment, everyone's gotten the same treatment. So the judge found a problem with this, didn't love this. So it says, buoyed by the treatment the other subpoenaed witnesses are getting for resisting their deposition. Subpoenaed witness Brian Telly now seeks to stand in the same line by filing a motion seeking to quash his subpoena. Everybody has a right to seek that, to quash their subpoena. Everyone. Anyone who gets one has a right to go and try to quash it, FYI. Like the other subpoenaed non-parties, and again, he's a non-party to this. Then they name off all the non-parties for no real reason whatsoever. And then say that Julie Albert didn't show up for a deposition. That's simply not true right there. That's not even factual, not even close. And I can confirm that with 1,000% certainty. I already did this morning. Who all ignored Rule 45 requirements regarding valid objections to document requests. Nobody ignored Rule 45 requirements. And also, the only person who decides what a valid objection is the judge, right? So as an attorney, you should literally know better than to put into a document, and I would say this regardless of whose attorney it is, that that they ignored Rule 45 requirement regarding valid objections to document requests. The only person who decides whether it's valid is the fucking judge. An attorney from the opposite side does not get to decide whether an objection to a document request is valid or not. So to write it in this is wild as fuck. And basically it's like telling the judge that you don't give a fuck what kind of language you use. And if it is for social media, you're going to continue doing it. Right. And this is, I think, why the judge made his own order and had a problem. It says, Tully now wants the court to credit his invalid objection. Once again, the only person who decides whether it's valid or not is the judge. So to write that is wild. And does not want to produce any documents either. Well, that's the whole point of quashing the subpoena. You wouldn't have to produce anything if you quash the whole thing. Karen Reed respectfully requests that the court simply deny this motion immediately on the papers and without hearing. Well, that's not going to happen. We all know that. You're going to get a hearing on it. You have a right to argue why you want it quashed. I don't get what their purpose of this was other than the public, right? So the judge decides he's going to make his own order. He did not love it, right? And he said, order requesting information from the defendant Reed relative to the opposition to motion to quash filed by non-party Tully. So this is the judge saying, I am asking for information from Reed and her counsel about Tully's motion to quash, right? And these statements that you made. And the judge said, on or before 12 noon on Monday, June 29th. So that's this upcoming Monday. So before noontime on Monday, the judge wants, it says, defendant Reed is requested to provide the factual basis for the following statements in her opposition. 1, the statement where they said, buoyed the treatment that other subpoenaed witnesses are getting by resisting their depositions and, so that whole statement. 2, the manner in which other subpoenaed parties have been handled in this case, right? So the judge wants to know where the hell your factual basis for claiming any of that is, and he wants to know by 12 noon on Monday, before 12 noon on Monday. He is unhappy, clearly. Okay, clearly. So, very upset. The judge is not happy with this. I can't say that I blame him. That was wild to put that in paperwork. Wild, especially since it's not true. I will check in a second to see if Meredith put those DMs out. But first, we have a 16-second clip from Ethel herself. This person says, no, this is not an SNL skit. Are we sure? I mean, I think it's a fake nature show or commercial.
But I'm not racist.
Oh,
I'm not a racist person.
She's not.
There is no way I'm racist at all. Like, there's just no way. My sister, my twin sister, exclusively dated black men when we were teenagers. But I'm not racist.
Is this kind of like saying you got a black friend? I'm confused, right? I don't think it matters who your sister dated, right? Do they have kids? Do you have nieces and nephews? Like, I'm confused. Wasn't she just going on and on about the Haitians the other day? I mean, the overtones and undertones are there. You know, they're there. You can make your own choice on whether you think she's racist or not. But weird as hell to be like, my sister dated all these black guys, exclusively black guys, so I can't be a racist. I mean, is that kind of like being like, well, I got a black friend. Like, what? Okay, I have a friend of all races. I don't need to like point out the races. They're just friends, all of them. What? Yeah, the judge was not happening. Can a judge order TV stop mentioning anyone that's suing him? Yeah, I mean, the judge could. The judge isn't going to, probably. First Amendment and all. But the judge can give warnings if the judge wanted to, you know. It's a very real possibility. I do not think it's going to happen, but that's a good question, Michael. Let me explain to you why I'm not a racist. Yeah, that's exactly what just happened. Yeah, not a liar either. Definitely didn't lie a bunch of times. Didn't do that. Never did it. Didn't happen. I'm not also a liar. I wasn't also in a cult. None of these things happened, right? That's the reason why. She's not a racist because her sister dated black men. That's why. That's the reason why. The whole reason why. Like what? 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 Oh, crazy shit found in Sparkly's binder. Oh, we got some stuff. Okay, hold on. Remove. We got other Twitter tales here. Okay. All right. Boop. Here we go. Here's one. Crazy shit found in Sparkly's binder number 737-32727. Why would she share the message of her calling me an insane bitch? Who is Horsey? Says that horse. Jason Smith soon. Sparkly, giving you the heads up that Meredith stalks you and Causey. She can go ahead and do that. She's an insane bitch. You brought this to court? Weird. 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 Yeah. Weird. Okay. Weird. Hold on. Trying to see where the other messages are. Right? Weird. Isn't that weird as fuck? It's weird as fuck, right? It's weird as fuck to say some wild ass shit like that. Definitely not a racist. I didn't talk about the Haitians at all in any sort of racist over or undertones. My sister, my twin sister, she dated black men, so I couldn't possibly be racist. Ethel, knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off, Ethel. Ridiculous. It's redonkulous, okay? Jonkulous. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me real quick just text my sister because she should be home soon here. All right. I'm trying to, I have the package. I asked my sister if she got my kiddo yet. She said, I have the package. Eagle is flying. Eagle is flying. All right. Someone said that they are somewhere, so I just want to look real quick. There are 2 places that I could find them, so I just want to be sure. Oh boy, this was from 5 hours ago. So Meredith said, I don't know who needs this explained like they're particularly slow toddler, but fine. When you whine in open court that I made fun of your do-rag and that you have a medical condition I had no idea about, I'm not bound by HIPAA. As I talked about earlier, discussing your testimony is not a HIPAA violation. HIPAA is for healthcare providers leaking private patient records. Yes, it is. Not for the public discussing testimony you yourself put on the public record, you absolute legal genius. Sparkly going on her live tonight, threatening to report me for a HIPAA violation for talking about what she discussed in a public hearing is actually hilarious. Keep swinging, Sparkles. Sparkles, you can't possibly be a nurse and not know what the fuck HIPAA is. I mean, come on.
They've had quite an interesting couple of days talking about my medical history. So, which
She's angry.
is not their right to talk about. So thank Meredith. And yeah, there's definitely HIPAA violations, and that's being dealt with. So,
No,
just
it's
so people are
not.
aware
And
of
it's
that.
not being dealt
There's
with. Honey.
definitely HIPAA violations against me. So that is being dealt with. And that's all I'll say about that at this point. But
What an
they've had
actual
quite
idiot.
an interesting couple of days talking.
How embarrassing would this be? You're a nurse. You say it like every show. I'm a nurse. I'm a retired nurse. I'm a nurse. Talking about my medical conditions is HIPAA. No, this was on her show. It's HIPAA. It's a HIPAA violation and it's being dealt with. It's not a HIPAA violation and absolutely nobody is dealing with it. They would laugh in your face. A private citizen talking about your medical condition is not HIPAA, regardless of if you actually said it in court or not. If they found out through someone else and decided to talk about it publicly, guess what? Not HIPAA, doesn't apply. I don't know. That's damn good. Listen, if I was retired, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be eating all the foods and seeing all the people and enjoying all the cultures and traveling and like, damn. Listen, I might have to fight you now, okay? Making this goddamn blooming onion without me, I might cry about this, right? Jay, goddamn it, don't let me make a blooming onion. Can it be sent in the mail? God damn you. God damn you. We're gonna fight. Just kidding. I love you still, but I still want that blooming onion. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would do. Travel. It's one of my bucket list items. Traveling. That's what I would do. I would want to travel the world and see all the things. I would want to see all the things. You know? I third it. Okay, let's see. I want to see where the hell are these it? No, that's not it. Are these it? Hold on. What is this? No, it's not it. Where are the Nurse Kim messages that I'm hearing about? They got to be somewhere. Where are they? What's the boy? Yeah. Hey, girl. I just saw your email. I will post you back. I will hit you back on the email when I'm done here. I'm trying to find them. This one's one of my favorites. Better, bitches. Yeah, YouTube's not gonna love that. When I'm done with the live stream, it's gonna be like, you cannot monetize this for views right now, and then I'll have to have it take the audio out, and so on and so forth. It's annoying as all hell, right? YouTube sucks for not letting you play music. I love music, and it's it's fucking annoying. Where is it? Pretty Princess. I used to love that game. Oh wait. Oh, hold on. What in the absolute fuck is this? Veronica Beard, you good never. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we go. Take Deuce, since Not So Tiny Kimmy reported my last post after I shared her own words about my looks. Did this dumpy tacky 90 moo wearing Dusty B really come from my looks? I'm searching my name on her profile for more reporting gate lies and just seeing these now. Have several seats, Catfish Kimmy. No, I would have said Amazon Pantsuit Mafia if I was talking about Meredith. Don't be such a know-it-all, Lauren. Hillary Clinton has been final boss of Pantsuit Princesses since the 90s. What? Oh, is she talking about you, Leah, or a different Leah? I'm confused right now. Even if you're frustrated, you can call someone out without being cruel. Really? Didn't sound like you were being less cruel to fucking Meredith, just saying. Who the hell is saying that? That is infuriating. That's wild as hell. Which one? I don't have the Discord up on my phone right now. I have to re-download the app. So if it's on Meredith's thing, I can play it from there. Is it still on Meredith's thing? I think the song was that the song from yesterday that she had? Ooh, we're going on a road trip. I like road trips. Let's do it. I find all the songs amusing as well. People should be better than that. I guess I'm the token fucking Congolesian, Puerto Rican, Portuguese, Irish person then. Like, who the fuck says that shit? That's weird as hell. Weird as hell. Weird. You know? See, like, this is just gross. Weird. Okay. Like, but again, there's Kim. Great picture, Kim. Weird as hell to pretend that you're like not shitting on people and talking about being cruel while you're being cruel. I don't get it. I don't get it. Weird as hell. Where is it? Where do you see it? Who are these people? Oh, don't. What about those? Right? Exactly. That's what I said. Wasn't she just saying that the other day? Like, ooh, things that didn't age well. He didn't throw me under the bus. Meredith did, said Kim. Yeah, problem with that is Meredith did not throw you under the bus. Aiden did. That's the problem with that. Then he ran you over with the bus. Then he backed up over you again with the bus. Okay? That happened, right? Oh, is this it? This must be it right here. Why is the sociopath Kim pretending she found out that Turtle sent the olive recording to Jess when I posted about it on Twitter? I told you he did it on October 1st, the day after he told me. You've known the entire time and conveniently ignored it. Turtle knew, Jess knew, you knew. Here are the rest of the text. She continued to guilt trip me for telling Flip in a private text she heard the recording. Because she fucking did. Where is the outrage for Flip blasting it for the world to see? Did you actually think your lies wouldn't get exposed? P.S. Notice how my story about the details around the recording when I heard it and who heard it hasn't changed at all. Yeah, that's what happens when you're telling the truth. Meanwhile, all these other asshat stories keep shifting. It was mentioned last night. Weird as hell, right? I mean, I think she is jealous, man. I think she's jealous of me. I think she's jealous. I think she's jelly, all right, that she doesn't have life experience other than being a douche nozzle, right? Get out the fucking kitchen if you can't take it. I think she's taking it for Ethel, honestly. She would have no reason really to say a word about me other than being mad that I called her out on lying and calling something a voicemail that very clearly is not a fucking voicemail, and anyone with two brain cells to rub together would not ever be like, oh, two people are talking? I thought it was just some voicemail. Her first story was she didn't know it was illegal, right? That was the first story, which of course does not stand up to any sort of scrutiny whatsoever. I don't know why she's choosing this hill either, because ultimately Aiden will shit on her in the same way that he shits on everyone else. She will get the same treatment. These people don't learn, right? They just keep taking up for him, for his like against his enemies. They don't want to tell the truth, right? They keep going and going and going until one day he decides he's tired of them. They're not useful anymore. They're not doing enough for him, and he nukes them, right? That's what happens. I don't know why she thinks she's special or it's going to be any different. It's fucking not. Hold on. Just my sister. It's weird. Yes. Everyone on planet Earth knows that he released the recording, you know? Everyone. That's not even up for debate, right? Not even up for fucking debate. It's weird as fuck to try to proclaim, right, that anyone threw you under the bus other than the sewer turtle himself. That's who threw her ass under the fucking bus, right? Literally. All right, so this is the clip. This is the clip that she puts, and then we'll do these are the whatchamacallits, the messages.
Have I screamed at Aiden on the phone? Yep.
Sure you have.
When that Flip fucking thing came out and Meredith posted it, and I go,
Meredith didn't post it.
And I know that he says that he uses.
So once again, like, she seems to forget, right? She seems to forget where it came from. Oh, Meredith posted it. I'm gonna blame Meredith now. When the flip audio came out and Meredith posted it, what? A lot of people posted the flip audio, but that has nothing to do with anything. That literally has nothing to do with anything. Like, and of course, Meredith said, why is she pretending she found out that Aiden sent the olive recording to Jess when I posted about it on Twitter? Like, that's who posted it, was Jess. Like, told you he did it on October 1st, the day after he told me. You've known the entire time and conveniently ignored it. A lot of these people conveniently ignore shit. Granny Balls merch needs to be made. I concur. With each order, women should get a tiny bag called Bag-O Balls. Included are BBs called Tiny Turtle Balls. Clearly, they're balls and broken balls. I can't. Balls, all the balls. I mean, to be fair, I have pearls, non-drilled ones, and then drilled ones, of course. But I got a blue one for blue balls. Okay. Then I got some other colors. You know, we got blue balls. I might have a broken one somewhere. We can call broken balls. Although I still have things that I've made that I never got around to selling, like some of these earrings, studs, dangles, all sorts of different things. All right. Right? That's always going to be but we know why. We know why he did it. It was to get a leg up, to get a one up. You know, he needed and wanted to have one up, you know? All right. I'm convinced. I am utterly convinced that my phone now listens to me. It's you guys' fault. Okay.
Uses clutches the pearls, but that, like, woo, at the time felt very,
Okay,
I was like, wait, what?
I've got a ghost in the house that it's like playing on its own.
Have I screamed at Aiden on the
intrigued here. It's you guys' fault. It's all you guys' fault. You guys are talking about cheesy sticks. One of you guys said Domino's. I read it out loud. Now we got a Domino's text. Create this pizza ASAP that hits the spot with your best deal ever. Any pizza, any topping, any way you want. Domino's. If this is not proof that your phone listens to you, I don't fucking know what is. All right, it's all you guys' fault. I'm telling you. There's no reason that would pop up like that, for no reason whatsoever. Okay, I'm telling you, it's listening to me. I'm reading you guys' comments, and it's like, oh, you said cheesy bread? You said pizza? Yeah, we're gonna do that. You know, Carvana. Yeah, unfortunately, they still want, like, you know, money down. You know, like $2,000 or so. Otherwise, I'd do it. I would do it. I would, even though Carvana's like rates are absurd. 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 I feel like all devices do.
on the phone? Yep. When that flip fucking thing came out and Meredith posted it, and I go, wait, what? And I know that he says that he uses clutches the pearls, but that, like, woo, at the time felt very, I was like, wait, what? And like, we're on the phone together. And it wasn't about that he wrote the email and it said clutch the pearls. I don't give a fuck about that at all.
Every time
I you didn't tell me,
every time I looked, it wanted money down. There was nothing I could find that was no money down that wasn't like an absurd amount per month that I couldn't afford. So that's why Jenna Rocco posted a short eons ago alluding to Aiden trying to blackmail her in that time frame. Yeah, I remember when all that happened in real time, in real life. I remember all of it. Dutch oven. Jesus. I was laughing my ass off. That's hilarious. See, we said, we talked about it, and then boop, Amazon's like, "Do you want a Dutch oven? Here you go. Buy a Dutch oven, Rose." I don't have a Costco in my area. I wish I did. There's a BJ's, no Costco. I'm not a member. You have to be a member of those as well. A monthly fee or a yearly fee or something.
and I go, wait, what? And I know that he says that he uses clutches the pearls, but that, like, woo, at the time felt very, I was like, wait, what? And like, we're on the phone together.
Of course.
And it wasn't about that he wrote the email and it said clutch the pearls. I don't give a fuck about that at all.
You can tag me
it's that you didn't tell me, you did it. That hurt my feelings.
It accomplishes nothing.
That made me look dumb.
It made me look dumb. No, you made you look dumb. Don't lie and then you won't look dumb.
No.
So I made a video to explain away all the things I did, but instead of doing that, I made more excuses of the things. Okay, now this is a scrolling. Okay, this is scrolling. Oh my God, thank God it didn't send you a picture of Brookback Baker. I might have cried and bleached my eyeballs at that point. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine that it was that smart? The AI was that smart and it realized that you didn't actually mean like a Dutch oven you could buy? Like, no one believes this fairy tale nonsense because there's receipts for days to prove otherwise, you know? You want to blame Meredith for things? There's plenty of other things you can blame her for from when she was with Aiden that weren't so nice about people. You want to blame her for that? Cool, go gadget, go ahead. But when you're blaming her for shit that's very clearly has receipts to it that show that is not what happened, it's fucking wild to keep and this is part of the problem with the cult is you can give them all the evidence in the world. They just pretend it's not real. Or they go, oh yeah, that doesn't follow our narrative, so we got to find something wrong with it. It's fake. It's AI. It's not real. Nope, not real. It's only a portion. It's cherry picked. We don't know what that means. Like what? It's real life. Cheese and rice. So this part says, for the record, Joe came to me yesterday and tried to say you had anything to do with it. I spent 20 minutes explaining to him that it wasn't you and his insane logic that because you were the only person who got his Olivia call and both came from Proton emails made no sense. I literally spent 15 minutes explaining that there were two different Proton email addresses from what he showed me he received versus what Jess showed me. I was also told today who sent Jess the recording, and I know it wasn't you, obviously. Nope, it was Aiden. As for the other recordings, I never had a copy of it either, and Aiden is aware. I stupidly vented to Joe when I had no idea he and Aiden were even fighting. And the last I heard, Aiden told me Joe shared the Karen texts to him. I assumed to help Aiden. He reached out to me out of concern about Mayor Neal, that was the account, and baited me into talking about it. I had no idea he was talking to the koala guy. I've never spoken to the koala guy. Now, this was before, obviously. I've spent the last 3 days yelling at Joe for what he's done to me, and now calm him down and not share stuff and escalate it. I'm sorry you got dragged into it, but I truly tried to tell him you had nothing to do with it and reason with him why he made no sense. Right? And I think this is Meredith to Kim. I'm a really easy target for everyone right now, being Aiden's ex. I had nothing to do with this, Kim. I made a mistake talking to Joe last week before I had any clue what he had planned or who this Aussie person even was. I really wish you asked me about this before making posts implying I've done something I didn't. Here goes Kim's response, right? Right? She must be responsible for global warming. God damn it, Meredith, can you take away global warming? It must be your fault, okay? Yeah, I mean, it's wild the difference between that and pictures. I mean, wild. Wild. Right. It says, Meredith, my phone records show I have never spoken to Aiden for more than 5 minutes ever. Oh, you mean the 5-minute screaming calls that he has when he screams and yells at you and tells you what to do or else? Yeah, I'm aware of those calls. I couldn't have a 30-minute recording of anything. She's for real. She can't be that dumb, right? I've only spoken to Aiden for 5 minutes, so I couldn't possibly have a 30-minute recording he sent me. Again, this person's supposed to be a nurse and tried to make like snarky remarks about like my intelligence, which by the way far surpasses hers on any level. And this is the shit she says. Like, is this real life? I couldn't have a 30-minute recording of anything because she's only ever spoken to Aiden for 5 minutes ever. So he couldn't have possibly sent her a 30-minute recording. The phone records would show this. What? What? Being on the phone with someone for 5 minutes does not equate to he couldn't have sent you a 30-minute recording or that you weren't in person when he shared it with you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? We all know you heard it at this point. So the fact that she's denying it was back then, was in these messages, like, we all know you heard it. Why still lie? It's weird. Like, it's weird, dude. Flip was just forced to remember he sent the Olivia recording to a man named Keith when I posted the receipts. You are involved in something, Meredith, because this fucking koala dickhead said it. Like, what? No, what he said was that she had lunch with Aiden and Aiden played Meredith the recording, which he did. She never had a copy of it. You know? It's YouTube, not X. Oh, okay. I'll check in a second when I'm done with this. I would never do this to you, or Karen, or Aiden, or Flip. Well, isn't that funny? She did. You did. You lied to Karen, right? Because you didn't tell her it happened, which would be kind of like lying, you know? I apologize to you for what happened in May. I truly never meant to hurt you. If you are trying to get back at me, this is a bridge too far. I'm very hurt by the entire fucking situation. Oh, wow, victim. Oh, what I did to you in May, I truly never meant to hurt you. Don't worry. If I made up a conspiracy in my head that you're just trying to do this because of that, like these conspiracies that these people come up with is fucking wild. Yeah, that's the part that I can't stand, is the lying and then gaslighting other people into believing said lie. You know, that is next level and very hard to overlook. You know, the gaslighting is the part that like gets me, especially with Aiden. The gaslighting is never ending. I didn't do anything to you, Kim. I talked to Joe stupidly, not knowing he didn't like Aiden anymore. I wasn't talking to Aiden at that point, and the last I heard, Aiden told me Joe Flipper had sent him texts from Karen accusing him of recording her. I was led to believe he already knew all about it based on Karen sharing that with him. Yes, me having lunch with him and hearing it. I had no idea what he was going to do. I never would have told him a thing. I thought I was venting to someone I could trust. And when he said your name yesterday, I told him to stop, and he was wrong. I wasn't even talking to Aiden when this happened, by the way. We didn't talk all of August. We finally spoke for the first time on September 1st briefly. I don't even know what day the call happened. Aiden said it was the day after Howie, which would make it 8/29 if true. We spoke briefly on the phone after not talking for over a month on the 1st of September. He told me about the call, but by then already told me Karen was accusing him of recording it. He did not play it for me on 9/1. We barely spoke the next week, and then on 9/8, and we had on the 8th they had lunch. We were in a restaurant when he played it for me. I was sitting right next to him and leaning in to hear it. I wasn't recording him, but again, by that point, Aiden told me Karen was accusing him and saying she had the recording before I had heard the call. So it's not even possible. Should I have told Joe I heard it? Absolutely not. I've apologized for talking to him at all. And trust me, I regret it. I didn't know he was crazy. Again, Aiden and I aren't speaking daily. I didn't know. But accusing me of sharing it, not only would I not do it, but it's fucking impossible because I never had the recording. And by the time it was ever played for me, Karen already had it. I can't. Right? You have to hope they're outliers at that point. You really have to hope and pray. You know? It's amazing, right? If you're so innocent, why keep defending it? It's amazing, isn't it? He does. He likes accomplices so that he can say he didn't do it. It was all them. He also likes to not be the only one. If someone's going to get in trouble, he wants to be able to point his finger at other people and be like, well, these people did it without my knowledge. I didn't tell them to do it. So he has someone else to pin it on if he does get in trouble. Also, something this is something he's been doing for like over a decade. Not new. He's a one-trick pony. Just for us, yes, too much. Misery loves company. I agree. Like these are the adults we're dealing with. You know, I'm here for the well-deserved crash out as well, because at least I know, like, I deserve to see like what fucking karma has in store, right? All the blaming and shitting on me they did, blaming me for pictures I never took, and happily doing it, by the way, as you heard Jen say, happily did it. Deanna and Lauren. So, you know, they didn't want to deal with the wrath of Aiden themselves, them taking the picture. So just blame an innocent person who has no knowledge of it whatsoever. That's definitely the adult and smart thing to do. wild to do that. Wild as fuck. So whatever karma they have coming for them is all of their own fucking doing. I would never do that to someone. Allow the interwebs and a lunatic like Aiden to blame someone else for something I know they didn't do, something I did myself, and blame them because I'm too afraid of what he's going to do to me. If that was the case, I would just make up a person that he doesn't know so he can't blame them, right? No. They didn't do that. They went out of their way to blame me, an actual person. Like, what, dude? Blame someone who had no knowledge of it whatsoever and watched them get shit on the internet because that's fun and cute. Like, no matter how much Deanna or Lauren try to play nicey nice or kind, like, that shows your true character right the fuck there. If you're willing to blame an innocent person for something you did because you're too afraid of what the other person's going to do to you, if you admit it and you're okay with what they're going to do to someone else by blaming an innocent person, like, that shows your character, what kind of fucking person you are. You're a shit person. You can pretend to be nice, you can pretend to be innocent, all you want. You're a shit fucking human being. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. So I read that part. Let's see. The screenshot. I can't see who this other one is from at the top. Right, or lack thereof, exactly. But it says, I know he feels terrible this happened to you. Thank you. Separately, on the part about Nurse Kim, sounds like they were egging you on to not like Kim, which makes sense because as her alter ego Mare, she hated Kim. Someone said, yup. I have my own feelings on Kim, but I'm sure rather than encourage you to work it out, they only escalated it, which is only for their best interest, not yours. So then I think this is Meredith who said, I won't text you again after this, but I'm just really hurt that you'd think I'd do this and not even ask me first. The part where you said I was doing this to get back at you, that couldn't be further from the truth because as I said to you last month, I wasn't upset with you and I don't even know what you meant about May. Just the other day, I was talking about all the Mara Neal stuff with Jess Machado and I straight up told her I thought Courtney and Tina were purposely trying to turn her against you and put you two at odds. Why would I give a fuck to stick up for you and even mention that if I was out to get you? I won't bother you again, but it's really just upsetting. I never tried to hurt you. So here goes Kim to play victim more, I'm guessing. Tell me what part I have wrong. You text to Flip and share that 4 people allegedly heard recordings and Aiden sent it to them and one turned it over to the Reed defense team. Flip told me who you named, including me. That's a lie. Yeah, see, the problem with that is it's not a lie, right? We all know Kim heard it. She heard it. She admits to part of it now, right? So while you're writing this to Meredith, you're gaslighting her, knowing that you heard it. It's wild as fuck to me, okay? It's not from today. It's from the other day. It's wild as fuck. Wild as fuck to pretend you still didn't hear it at this point, okay? You text Flip and share the 4 people allegedly heard the recordings and Aiden sent it to them, and one turned it over to the Reed defense team. Flip told me who you named, including me. That's a lie. Dag Navid account made a poll of betrayer to try to turn creators on each other. No, that's not what happened, all right? I was a sacrificial lamb because I kept asking the koala to name who gave them this info. He said you last night. That's not what he said. That is not what he said. I was listening to that space. That's not what he said. What he said was Meredith had lunch with him and heard the recording. And Aiden said who heard it. He told Meredith who heard it. So if you're upset about that, who should you be upset with, Kim? Maybe fucking Aiden. Why should everyone have to lie for you, right? Aiden is the one who threw your name under the bus, Kim, because he didn't give a fuck what happened to you, right? If he wanted to hurt Meredith because he's mad that she sort of outed him because he was threatening her and her livelihood, what choice did Meredith have? Lie for you so you won't get upset? Or tell the truth, right? She chose to tell the truth. It's not her fucking problem. That's Aiden's problem. He gave your name up. He's the one who threw you under the bus. Not her, him. Sorry, not sorry. You know? I was sick to see the Koala Flip and Jason Broyles on JFK show all talking about veiled threats and doxing to each other. There was no veiled threats. If they told your private combos and DMs like snakes, this is a complete fucking mess. And Flip still continued to blame me last night on YouTube, even though he sent multiple people the Olivia recording. That I have to be the one that sent it to Jess in recording the defense team. It's a setup of me. Yeah, who set you up for that though, Kim? You think Meredith did? You think she thought that out? No. That would be Aiden, because he didn't give a fuck who was a sacrificial lamb as long as it wasn't him. Duh. You know? Then I have to be the one that sent it to Jess and recording the defense team, which Aiden did, of course. It's a setup of me. I didn't receive or send anything to anyone. I will clear my name. I never want to speak to any of evil asshole involved. Oh, okay. I didn't tell him names of the 4 people. I just said 4 people. Joe is speaking to other people clearly and apparently still Karen herself. Karen obviously has some idea who he played it for. One of them went to her the very next day. She also asked Will about it. I heard all about this after the fact. I'm not saying you're the one who went to her, but you don't think whoever did also knew who else heard it? No, because that would be rational, Meredith. That would be a rational thought, right? Duh. Aiden tells everyone everything and forgets who he tells things to. Yep, he sure does. Yes, he does. This is not a dig on him. It's the reality of the situation and an issue we dealt with many times while together. Who did he send file XYZ to, etc.? I never told Joe your name. He presented your name to me, and I told him no, and pointed out to him that it's 2 different Proton email addresses. I know who sent the Olivia clip to Jess, and I'm sure you do by now too. Aiden sent it himself, as he told me. I can't. He's such a piece of shit. Such a piece of shit. As he told me yesterday, which I have no plans to tell anyone. I don't want to talk about any of this publicly because it'll call more attention to it and only could hurt Aiden, which I have zero desire to do. And at this point, of course, that's because Aiden's threatening Meredith, right? So she's trying to keep the peace and get him to leave her the fuck alone and stop threatening her. Yes, I fucked up by talking about hearing the recording. I've apologized for that. But you think I deserve to take the blame for sending it out too? When I never fucking even had it? I didn't send or receive anything either. So, as you just said, I will clear my name too if I'm forced. I really didn't want to have to talk about it at all. But since you're now trying to blame me with your post, I feel the need to defend myself. Because yes, you absolutely are one of the first people he played it for. I have that in text, by the way. Which I will absolutely not share that. But how is it fair for me to become the new scapegoat when I didn't even hear it till 2 weeks later? I don't want to hurt anyone here, but it's not fair for me to take the blame for doing something I couldn't have possibly done. Right? So what does Kim say? Meredith, I made one post in real time because I was shocked. Are you threatening me? This is real life, bro. Where was the threat? Where was the fucking threat? I have plenty in text too, and the truth that I've done nothing to betray you, Aiden, Karen, or Flip. I understand your position, and you will do whatever you have to. So will I. Like, what, bro? Like, some of you people have lost your ever-loving minds and don't think rationally ever. I'm not threatening you at all, said Meredith. I don't want anything to come out or talk about this at all. But I'm also not posting about you to make you get blamed or going after you in any way. I actually tried several times to deter Joe from mentioning you. He wanted me to believe you were behind emailing Jess in the recordings and actually had the gall to propose make Aiden talk to me so we can work together. I told him how insane it was. The Proton email connection was insane. And turned out he was wrong. You were the only one. You weren't the only one who he sent it to. I asked him, "Are you sure?" and told him it was weird he'd only send to you. I didn't do anything to you. I'm not coming for you, and I never was, but everyone is coming for me. That's why if you listen to the JFK stream, Jason was actually getting Joe to admit I never said your name. I didn't make the recordings, I didn't distribute them. And then defending it. It was about moving everyone past this, not causing more of a problem. I'm not your enemy. Then she said, I'm not coming for you, Meredith. I just looked to make sure and didn't even name you in that one post last night. You have to understand that I need to defend myself against Joe. Well, what are you defending yourself against? Like, I'm confused here. Like, you did hear it. So what's the defending? What are you defending? You know what I mean? No, Aiden recorded it. That Aiden absolutely 100% recorded it in the same way that he recorded many other people. Fun fact, the original is not an audio, it's a video. In the same way that the original Lindsay audio is not an audio, it's a video. In the same way that the Scanlon one is not audio, it's video. In the same way that Lucky's isn't just audio, it's video. Right? Aiden recorded it. Aiden sent it to multiple people. And he got told on for being a piece of shit because, as Aiden does, he wanted to use it as leverage in the same way that he's done to multitude of other people before. Everything he touches turns to shit. Hello, Patricia, darling. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, that was his whole point. And he also recorded her fucking legal team. Remember that, right? Legal team. So she said, I'm not coming for you, Meredith. I just looked to make sure and didn't even name you in that one post last night. You have to understand, I need to defend myself against Joe. Do you realize I defended him on my last stream? The very person who then went on another creator's YouTube show and openly pointed at me, accusing me of betraying him and Aiden and everyone. I can't let this stand. It is evil what he's doing to me. You mean what Aiden did to you? Because let's be honest, Aiden put your name out there for a reason. He didn't just throw it out there for funsies, dude. He needed one of you guys to be the person to blame, right? And the Koala's a prick. I had no idea you defended him, and I didn't know. Hold on. Oops. And I didn't know all the shit even going on with him and Olivia. I heard rumblings, but honestly, there's been so much other shit going on and drama that actually affects me. It was of zero interest to me. I never asked Aiden about it because I didn't care. And we were mostly just talking about dealing with the Marin Neal situation. I really didn't even know he and Joe were fighting or any of the other crazy things he did. And Koala's a nut. I've never spoken to him. He tried to blackmail me to get on a call last night. I had to say no. And then my text got posted again. Text I thought I was talking to someone I could trust. Like, I'm still being attacked by him, said Kim. It's a screenshot. I still haven't seen proof of Olivia being who she claims, no offense, but a defense attorney of TV making that claim still isn't proof, even if it's Betero. And stand by on Kim is all I can say. She's saying, why is he saying stand by, weirdo? The fuck, yep, he's been threatening to yesterday afternoon, threats like that, and then I refused to call, and he posted up. Jason's looking into finding shit he actually used to stop this. I know you don't like him, but he can be helpful with that stuff. He's threatening me today. Knows he ran right. You, in a nutshell, blame Meredith. Fuck it is what you said, I believe, right before you started asking about their lunch. Chris said, I'm about to release it, I'll stand by. Chris wasn't wrong. This was him yesterday, right before I said I couldn't get in a call because I was at my daughter's game. Then he posted a text. What he didn't post with it was me yelling at Joe saying, how could you do this to me? You lied to me. You never told me you talked to this girl. You said you never talked to him. Look at what you're doing to me. Aiden's calling me and he's threatening to make me the next Lindsay because I confirmed information to you. That's his famous line. I'll make you the next whoever. Insert name here. I'll make you Turtle Boy famous. Insert, that's his same fucking threat over and over for years and years. Like, aren't you getting old of using the same threats, Aiden? Also, like, there's no power behind those threats when you don't allow them, folks, okay? Like, wild that he still makes the same bullshit, nonsensical fucking threats he's been making for 10 goddamn years. I'll make you Turtle Boy famous. I'll make you the next X, Y, or Z person. Chelsea, that clip on Twitter of the smirking blogger saying it would be unfortunate if Meredith. Yeah, I played that one the other day where he was like, it would be unfortunate if Meredith was innocent and all this. Like, well, he knew damn well that she was. That's the difference. He knew damn well the entire time that she was. He just wanted to harm her because they weren't together anymore, and people knew he was a shitbag now. And because of the recording, because of that coming out, he needed to somehow get back at her. He needed to ruin her, because how dare anyone tell on Turtle Boy? How dare anyone tell the truth and the truth come out about him? How dare? You can't do that, right? If you do that, this is what will happen to you. And that's his whole shtick. Unfortunately for him, a lot of people have figured out his shtick and are like, yeah, I dare you. I wish you would, motherfucker. He's a known liar now, a pathological liar, right? Where the fuck is his credibility? He has none. I have to be really bad, so give me 2 seconds. Should be a man for once in his life, but I don't think it's going to happen. No worry, Rose, I got this. I don't think he's ever going to be, you know? It is. He had no problem doing it to me or anyone else for that matter. He will blame whoever he needs to blame in order to make it look like they did something mean or horrible to him and he's the victim, in the same way he did it to me, right? To not come clean on the things that he does, you know? Oh, thank you, Barely. That was really nice. She said, let's hit that donate button here on YouTube or your favorite payment app to support our favorite Untwisted Tragedies. Oh, I appreciate you. That is so nice. Thank you. TV had to love your report. Joe Flipper head to the police for reporting her. He sure did. He went to jail for it, and he is now TV's biggest fanboy. No, he also has, I believe he has warrants out for his arrest because he didn't show up for court. So it's like, bro, Aiden went out of his way to make sure Olivia had you charged with that, my dude. And now you're kissing his ass until the end of time. It's weird fucking behavior. I'll tell you that much. It's weird ass behavior. Weird, weird, weird. You're 100% right, Holly. 100% right. This was him yesterday, right before I said I couldn't get in a call. Okay, I got to the end of this. Aiden's calling me and he's threatening to make me the next Lindsay because I confirmed information to you. I told Joe I actually live here. This is my life. You and this other guy are thousands of miles away. Because that would make Joe look horrible. I hate them both. I just want it all to stop, said Kim, so I can do anything else. I've gone through all the emotions and I'm not mad like I was with the JFK stream, but if he posts more lies about me, I'm going to lose my shit again. Okay, well, how's it a lie that you heard it? Because you heard it. I'm thinking Aiden's got something on Flip. Well, yeah, he does, but he's already had him charged with it. So what else? A lot of these people they don't go back to him just because he has something on them. They go back to him so he stops talking about them and spreading lies and misinformation and makes mountains out of molehills. It's so he'll stop harassing them, you know? See, I don't know how she could be on his defense team considering she's not an attorney, but, you know, they can keep saying that she is all they want. I have no idea. That's a good question, Freeze, but you can't be on someone's defense team if you're not a fucking attorney. You know what I'm saying? You're not a paralegal. You never were. You don't even, you won't even show up in person anywhere, which is weird as fuck, okay? But you cannot be on someone's... Aiden used that term as a way to gate people into doing free things for him. I need you to help on my legal defense team. The problem with that is you cannot be on a fucking legal defense team if you do not work for those lawyers as a paralegal, which none of these people are and have never been trained in, or you're not a fucking attorney. It's just not the way it works. It's wild that they use those terms too. I have these people helping on my legal defense team. No, you don't. No, you don't. He could be paying them. I mean, to be fair, he has offered before to pay people to lie. I know that for a fact. So if he's paid someone to say bad things about someone he doesn't like and offered to pay for attorneys for people to say things that he wants them to say in court, it's wild. It's wild. It is insanity as at its finest. It absolutely fucking is. Absolutely. So I want it all stopped so I can do anything else. I've gone through all the emotions. Okay, lies about me again. I'm gonna lose my shit. She said, "Yep, same. I'm trying to stop him. So trust me." Just an FYI, Dag is lying. She came to me with your name, and I told her the exact same thing, that the Proton email thing made no sense. I'm fucking livid with Jess, and so is Aiden. He's talking to her now to hopefully get this squared away. Oh, that's when he started screaming at her. I just spoke to Aiden, and despite you accusing me, I still told him this. What Jess did yesterday was extremely harmful to Aiden and not fair to you and Will. Yesterday, her announcing that Kim and Will are lying, and that they didn't hear it, lying that they didn't hear it. So I want to be the first one to admit I heard it. Yeah, dumbass. They lied to protect Aiden, as good friends should. Same reason I'm not defending myself and saying anything, because saying they heard it confirms it exists. The fact she did this like it's a scoop and she wants to be the first one to, well, she did want to be the first one to report it, is the sneakiest thing I've ever seen. Well, that's who she is. Sorry, not sorry. Like, you know what I mean? Sorry, not sorry. That's who she is. She didn't say he played it, but how else would she have heard it? A fairy? Well, that's exactly right. Common sense would say the only way she would have heard it is he played it for her. And at the same time, she insists that you and Will heard it, but won't say how. I can't. I never thought she'd share it, but now she's my top suspect. She's not a friend and cannot be trusted. I think he's starting to get that. Meredith, the only reason Jess Machado would have heard my or Will's name is because of you. Oh, so she blamed Meredith again. You started that rumor. No, Aiden did, actually. Aiden started that rumor, honey. Aiden told like a bunch of people that you and Will heard it. He was like complaining to everyone, Kim, that he thought it was you that turned him into Karen. As soon as Taryn texted him or called him and said, "Did you record me?" Whatever, someone sent me the recording. He threw everyone's names under the bus. He was texting people all over the place, calling people all over the place. Well, Will heard it, Kim heard it. Who else could it be? It had to be Kim. Like, does she not realize this? Like, does she also not realize that like Aiden can't help himself? So he like texts many, 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 many people. And some of those people have consciences and they send things to me and things to other people, right? They can't figure out how to get out of the cult because they think they'll be attacked, which they probably will. So they just pretend at that point. And then they send all the things that he does, the wild things that he does to us, to multiple other people besides me. So I knew in real time that, you know, he was throwing all these people under the bus. All of them. Who was it that sent it to Karen? One of these motherfuckers did it, right? So no, the only reason that anyone heard your name was not because of Meredith. Kim, it was Aiden. You idiot. Kim thinks Better was a genius. Well, that tells me a lot about her. Right? Like spineless. Like you could just say you heard it. It's really not that hard. Like why lie about it at this point? You know what I mean? Like why still lie about it? Why still pretend that it's you thought it was a whatchamacallit, a fucking voicemail. No one on planet Earth thinks it's a fucking voicemail. That's wild as hell. The only reason Jess would have heard my Will's name is because of you. You started the rumor. Aiden didn't tell her. Yeah, he did, actually. I don't give a fuck what you think you knew. Unless you were there as he played anything. How the fuck would you know that to be fact? Is she for real right now? Like Kim, Aiden told her, you idiot, because he wanted to blame you because he thought you were the suspect that told on him. You should have never said otherwise to Flip. Well, that was the truth. So you want her to lie. Once again, these people are about lying, lying to save their own asses. Lying. You should have never said otherwise to Flip. I have been getting killed online for 7 days, a full week. Karen supporters, Aiden supporters, me haters, and Jess Machado yesterday. I'm not okay with it. Oh, but you're perfectly okay when Aiden does it to other people. You clap it on like a fucking seal when he does it to other people. You're perfectly okay with, chiming in on that as well and behaving in that way when it's not you. But when it's you, it's a no-no, huh? Nope, it's not. It's a no-no when it's her. It's a no-no, guys. Can't do it. Can't do it, right? Well, maybe, Kim, you should have thought about that before, allowing an idiot to manipulate you, and then, knowing that he's going to lie for everyone. Not he's going to lie for himself. He's not going to lie for you. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody. I don't know what part of that you guys haven't grasped yet. You're not special, okay? He doesn't fucking like any of you. He uses you all to whatever benefit he can get out of it, even if it's not right this minute. He's keeping you in the back pocket for something, right? And then when he's done and he doesn't think you have value anymore, or he gets jealous, or he thinks you did something shady, even if you didn't do it, guess what? Down with the ship you go. Come on, man. I can't. You haven't publicly said it wasn't me. My integrity, loyalty, and credibility has been questioned and ripped to shreds. Again, who did that? That would be you for lying and continuing to lie, Kim. Your integrity, your credibility, that goes to lying, darling. Yeah, insanity is right. Aiden told you he never sent anything to us. Okay, he didn't send it to you. You heard it. It doesn't matter. You heard it. I'm done. My crucifixion is on your hands because you named me, no one else. That's simply not true. Aiden named you, honey. Aiden did. How the fuck would Meredith know 2 weeks later if Aiden didn't tell her? So again, let's not blame the person who is, the cause of all of it. That he did it to begin with, that he played it for people, that he was going to use it to blackmail her as usual, right? Let's not blame the person who started all the problem. Let's blame whoever Aiden wants to blame and is the new scapegoat. As you complain about being a scapegoat. It's amazing, right? Come on. The lack of self-awareness and the lack of common sense is fucking wild. Wild. And she calls her a double agent. This is my favorite part. The conspiracies these people believe is so far from reality. It's wild. No one else. If you're not a double agent and you know I didn't do this to Karen, Aiden, or Flip, say it. Post that Nurse Kim has been hung out to dry or keep self-preservation mode and fuck me. Why should she? You did hear it. Why should she go out of her way to be like, Nurse Kim didn't hear it? But you did hear it. You did hear it. And also, if you've been hung out to dry, why can't you speak for yourself? Why should she have to speak for you? You're too cowardly to speak for yourself and say, Aiden hung me out to fucking dry? Or you just refuse to believe that Aiden is the cause of it. He's the reason you got hung out to dry. He thought you shared it with Karen. That is why. He thought that. He did. He was complaining to people that he thought you were the only one who could have possibly done that. It's wild to me, the shit these people say and believe. It's wild that you don't realize you're being manipulated by a lying liar and manipulator who's been doing it this whole time. I went out of my way to not harm you. Well, how could you harm her? She didn't hear it until 2 weeks fucking later, after Karen already accused Aiden of doing it. So how could you harm her? I didn't play the koala and Flip talking on JFK saying it was you at the end, but that doesn't matter, right? I just want this all to be over. And you should have just come clean and then been done with it, Kim. It wouldn't have been that hard. No, Kim, I never said a name. I said 4 people. I've apologized for talking to him at all, as I had no idea what he was up to. But okay, keep blaming me. I've been getting dragged too for 7 days. Far worse than you. And I haven't defended even myself. So that's why I haven't made a post about you. Aiden asked me not to say anything at all, because I'd have to admit hearing it. And it calls more attention. If I was trying to hurt him, I'd say fuck it and clear my name and tell the whole story. But I'm not. I'm letting everyone pile on me and staying silent. I know I shouldn't have talked to Joe, and I'm paying for that. Also, I've never talked to Jess about this whole thing and certainly didn't mention your name. I'll probably never talk to her again. But Aiden did tell her everyone he played it for. See? Come on, man. It's not, come on. It's, emotional support human. I can't. Well, she should have also, came out and said it on her own. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, yeah, I kind of placed it on JFK's platform as to like, this is where you're going to have to hear about it now, because this is where I feel comfortable. But at the same time, like, if Karen wanted people to know that, like, yeah, saying it in chat, school and all, but like, make a fucking post, make a statement. It's not that hard, you know? If you're willing to type it into a box and everyone knows it's your account, why can't you just make a post? You know what I mean? Like, weird. Weird. I've never talked about Jessica about this whole thing. I never talked to her again. But Aiden did tell her everyone he played it for. I'm not blaming him, but she didn't say your name because of me. She's known from the start everyone who heard it. I've told everyone who I've talked to behind the scenes it wasn't you. Trust me, if I could say something publicly, I would mention you too. Obviously, I'm not going to convince you, so I won't even bother. This is Joe. It's just a screenshot of a Joe message. Flip and Koala named you publicly. It's on Spaces and YouTube. They never named her of saying she said who heard it. They did not say that. They did not say that. I listened to that Spaces about 1 million times. Too. What they said was, we know you absolutely did it, Aiden. We know that you recorded her. We heard the recording. And we know someone else who's heard the recording. And Aiden denies it. And then Chris is like, fuck it. How was your lunch the other day with Meredith? He's like, what? Huh? Lunch? Don't know what you're talking about. He's like, you didn't have lunch with Meredith the other day? He's like, are you saying Meredith said it? He's like, are you calling Meredith a liar? Like, none of that had anything to do with who else heard it. That was simply that Meredith heard it. She heard it at lunch with him. He played it. And that was 2 weeks after it happened. It was already after Karen had gotten a copy of it. And it was sent to her, and she was told that Aiden recorded her. So Meredith didn't even hear it for the first time until after Karen confronted Aiden about it. Okay? So, yeah. Maybe driven by emotions. But, I mean, if you were willing to do it in a chat, you should be willing to also put just a fucking post up. It's really not that difficult, you know? It's the same thing, except, like, you're not putting it on one person's platform, you know? So her saying Flip and Koala named her publicly on Spaces and YouTube, like, about what though? They named that she heard the recording, not anything about you, Kim. Okay? If you believe Meredith, then the 4 people include Will and Kim. No, if you believe Meredith about the recording. Like, he found out about the other 4 people, the people who heard it from Aiden himself. My last text from Flip Monday night, so tell me Meredith, who also heard the recording and directly named me. The fact that you don't think he'd lie to you after everything he's done is wild. It is wild. That's what Meredith says. And I asked him earlier this week why he'd say, I named you when I didn't. He named you because he said he only sent you recording of Olivia and said Karen said you were someone who heard it. I didn't deny or confirm that to him, but tried to focus on telling him his theory made no sense with the Proton email. I also told him, to be sure, he really only sent it to you and said you could have sent it to others, aka just because he sent it to you doesn't mean you sent it to Jess. I didn't fucking name you, he did. Why do you think your name didn't come up until the Olivia recording thing came out Monday? And the screenshots. Here's the receipts of that. I didn't want to even talk to him again, but immediately texted him when Aiden asked me about this Thursday. I tell him twice, I never said your name, and he immediately tries to change the subject to talk about Olivia. I didn't say your name. He did, because of Olivia recording. And then he said, Karen said you also heard the clip. So he was set on thinking you did both. I spent 20 minutes talking to him on the, I think it's supposed to say phone, saying why it didn't make sense. If I was trying to blame you, I wouldn't have even tried. I'll just stop because I'm repeating this over and over, and apparently Joe Flipperhead is more trustworthy than I am, so fuck it. And of course, here comes Kim again. Meredith, please tell me the truth about something. I listened yesterday to Jess Faces where she was a complete asshole. I'm struggling because things she said are not adding up. She said she heard it in entirety, then said she didn't hear all of it, and put an email out asking for it. Yeah, I heard that too, and I pointed that very same thing out. She then She said, people know I heard it, so I am getting in front of it. Well, Jess, that's not being a loyal friend or honest person and coming clean. That's self-preservation. Well, and being a fucking rat. Well, here's the thing. I am not lying for fucking anyone who's doing shady ass shit, bro. Sorry, not sorry. So if you want to call that self-preservation, like, I think Jess is a piece of shit for the shit that she does, but like, if you're not in a cult, you are self-preservation. Your family, your life is what you have to worry about, right? It's weird as fuck to expect other people to continue lying for you so that you don't piss off Aiden. That's called being in a cult. No one else has to worry about pissing off a leader that he might throw them under the bus for other shit, you know? To throw Will and my name out was absolutely fucking sickening, all because I didn't answer one DM. She didn't want to be my friend. She actually hates me. How is she not seeing what she has done to Aiden? She left the spaces up where she's essentially confirming it exists, and JFK has played it on a show. If she didn't hear it from Aiden, how the fuck would she have heard it? Well, no shit, Sherlock. Did Meredith already say that like 3 messages up? Please, I need to know the truth. When did Jess hear the recording? Did Aiden say her name to you? Did you leave her off the list when you told people the 4 names intentionally? See, like, she's still not grasping. And if so, why? If I was wrong this entire week and it's her who is behind all of this, I will actually puke. Oh my God, Kim. I'm about to cry because this is what I've been trying to tell you and what Jen and I just put the pieces together on this morning. Would you be able to do a call, of course? Oh, now you want to do a call with her after you blamed her, right? Let me see if Jen can join. If not, let's talk. Not to sound crazy, but I really think I put this all together with Jen this morning, and I can't believe you texted me now. It's basically what we've already come to. She's busy now, but call me whenever you're free. She said, give me 2 minutes. Screen recording, screen recording. It's flips, I'm assuming. Oh. Messages with Jess, then back, then back. Thank you. Okay, this is Jess.
Up here. Meredith, boo.
Did you end up talking to Will already? I'm just curious, listening to the stream, now trying to decode what he's saying, if he knows about Jess or not. She said, I have not. I texted him to call me when he could. I talked to Will. How'd that go? I know it's a lot. He believes me, especially after his stream when the caller said her name. He said, I always liked her until the spaces and I see who she is. I'm re-listening to the spaces for Thursday night now, and it's honestly giving me no chills. I was rage blinded by her blaming me that I didn't notice so much the first listen. Well, no shit, Kim. I understand there may be reasons to lie, but if you're lying, you should disappear from the internet. What the fuck? Hope you're having a better start to the week than last. I feel so bad about Will and you. I am going to have a conversation with Aiden about Jess at some point, but it feels like things are starting to calm down. I'm excited for your show tonight. I want to crucify, but I don't know if I should because she will strike back. I'm on the phone with him now, 45 minutes in. He believes everything and feels even worse what she did to you. Well, clearly he doesn't care now, does he? I'm struggling with the right thing to do, bigger picture, and I don't want to her to bring something that could hurt Aiden or Karen. I am torn. Sorry, we're still on the phone. Okay, sorry, we just got off the phone. It's really up to you, as you may want to talk to him. Not that you should feel like you need his permission to stick up for you, considering what she's done to you. But like, she trashed you so badly, and he understands how she totally fucked him over with the space and fucked us all over, and he hasn't listened to it fully, so I quoted and played a lot of it, and he's pissed. He realizes it wasn't a miscommunication, and she never corrected the record, like he said on Will's show last night. He doesn't trust her, thinks she's dangerous, thinks she shared the signal message. Maybe not directly to Kate, but with someone. He's worried about her, but definitely thinks you have the right to defend yourself with how she trashed you. I think if she keeps it going, then I definitely say something and crucify her. Loves that word. If it were me, and she stops and you still want to do it, I totally understand that too. He really hasn't even known her that long, didn't consider himself that close friends with her, and was grossed out hearing how she acts like she's his only bestie on her show. Remember I said this, that's how she acts about Aiden? someone told me she called him her twin flame on a show. She did. Sorry, didn't mean to hang up. Call me back if you want, or tomorrow. I got you. I'm so sorry. This is out of control. Gloves off, Meredith. She can't keep hitting without response. Mikey will join my show. I'm done. I'm so upset. She did literally what he said, though. Apparently, Aiden complimented this Shannon person on his busy stop thing this AM. I didn't listen yet. But now, of course, she's shitting on Shannon. Don't be upset. I'll take care of it. And all of us with class, everyone needs to wake the fuck up. Didn't even have his watch at this time. Oh my God. She is sick, as he should have been. Also, here's a story about the watch. Set it up for him end of January. We already know about the watch. I don't need to read this. Blah, blah, blah. Never had his iCloud password. Never had access to his devices. Shouldn't have looked at it. Could not see it. Blah. Never judged when I learned a small part of that. Most women can relate to you. I do as a woman who has been cheated on. It's gut-wrenching. I've made decisions in my life I would not again. Private matters should stay private. And private matters should stay private unless it's someone you don't like, right? Got it. You know? Aiden doesn't want any of this discussed publicly, just like he didn't want her talking about the recording. She's a snake. Well, we're all just sitting ducks waiting for the next Faces or show to talk shit about all of us without facts. Does she not have anything else without gossip and personal attacks? She pretends it's journalism. Enough is enough. We all know this. It's the same thing Aiden does. It's amazing to me. Like Kim, same thing Aiden does. Do you not realize that? Same thing. Same fucking thing. I'm so glad you're going to do your show. She was never going to stop. I like her self-awareness and her repeatedly saying she's always right. She's always kind. Other people are always the mean ones, and then she's mean. This was the confirmation I needed to see. I'm doing the right thing. I gave it one more day to be rational and sure it's not my ego. And she delivered another slap in the face to many. It ends tonight. Response and receipts. I'm not allowing this repeated level of disrespect and disingenuous behavior. Oh, okay, cool. I can't. I never been pissed off in 3 years. I've created content on social media. I'll be damned to see it go from talking shit to real life, all because of big club chasing flapping mouths. Well, Kim, that's like you. She's not an ally. Okay. Kim, it's gone real life a long time ago with a lot of people. You didn't care about piling on, including with Meredith after this, of course. You know, it's wild to see all of it. You know, it's wild. That's wild. March 12th. Kim, this message serves as a formal notice that I am requesting the immediate removal of the video stream on your platform that contains my name, likeness, or participation. You do not have my permission to publish, distribute, or continue broadcasting this content. Continued use of my identity in connection with your platform is unauthorized and is causing reputational harm. Please remove the content promptly and confirm in writing once it has been taken down. If it remains posted after this notice, I will consider additional steps to have it removed, Meredith. Meredith, you asked me to do this Karen Reed Defense Fundraiser triplet half birthday stream last year with your cats, which in no way caused you reputational harm. I am working. It's removed. Good luck. You're a disgusting person for posting that text about suicide on Twitter while pretending to be a mental health nurse on a post that had nothing to do with me. She can't be a mental health nurse. Stop it. I mean, it's wild. These have to be the outliers because I would never, ever let one of these people get fucking anywhere near me. You're a nurse, a mental health nurse, and dude, you can't even figure out that someone is coercively controlling and gaslighting you. Come on, man. Come on. You know, come on. I can't. I mean, she was always on social media. We all knew that, you know? Yeah, if you could say things publicly, but they are. You know what I mean? Like, come on. They are. I don't know. She should have realized a long time ago it was sinking. Not all of them should have, but they didn't, you know? On a post that had nothing to do with me, I hope you read this one on your show. Why are you telling Joe? Flipperhead, I swore on my daughter's life I never said your name. That never happened. You heard the recording and lied. Of course, I mentioned your name after he did. I'm just going to drop the screen record of this combo since you continue to lie. You're sick. So she, of course, puts the tags. Nope, never swore on my daughter's life to get Kim heard the recording and is continuing to lie about it. It just went through our text, never happened. Hey, Nurse Kim, are you lying or is Flip? Happy to drop her entire text thread because I have nothing to hide. Or maybe the old Meredith can't come to the phone right now. Or, hey, Mer, I don't talk to Joe. You said you swore in text, dummy. So go for it then. I will drop the real, unedited one since you love to edit to your texts, which are delusions of grandeur. Fuck all the way off. You are no victim. I have done all I can to avoid you. But the real message is all of them will show who you are. You even unliked your text to me back in January, you weirdo. I am not the one. Leave me alone or I'll post them all and show how much of a low you really are. Meredith, do it. I just checked our full text and I never said that. I'll post a group chat with Altman too. Have a good night. Then the Rhode Island comm where you admit you heard the recording but didn't know it was illegal. Yeah, I remember saying that. I didn't know it was illegal. Oh, now it's a voicemail. Okay. I never contacted your job. Continue to defame me and I will take legal action. Oh my God, Kim, you're not taking legal action. Shut the hell up. I have a high paying job now and plenty of disposable income for legal fees. Do you, Kimberly? Oh, okay, this is Meredith, thank God. In the middle of a divorce, keep my name out of your mouth. Right? So, oh, these ones, this is her like sending a screenshot basically of Meredith something on, this right here is Kim. I don't talk to Joe. You said you swore in a text on me. No, she didn't. That, like, does she not know how to read? I'm confused here. Like, what? I just checked our full text and I never said that. I'll post a group chat with Altman too. Have a good night. Like, why make up an entire message that very clearly was not said? Like, I don't, like, this is the shit Aiden does. It's like, bro, why? 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 Meredith doesn't, I've never, you know what I mean? Like, you people contacting your job and shit, that's wild as fuck. Wild as fuck. So these go from, I think it was October 1st was the first one, all the way down to this last Friday. I believe, I don't know, it says Friday, but the ones before this were like March and then Friday. So I believe it's whenever she posted them Friday. These ones were March 17th, 14th, 17th, and then this recent one that says Friday. So that had to be recent. She just posted it the other day.
And like, we're on the phone together. And it wasn't about that he wrote the email and it said clutch the pearls. I don't give a fuck about that at all.
Email.
It's that you didn't tell me you did it. That hurt my feelings.
Honey, Aiden.
That made me look dumb.
You did look dumb.
You know?
You did dumb shit.
So.
I mean, is this real life? Like, is this real life? I can't. I literally can't. I can't. I fucking can't. Now I'm trying to see if the audio from Sparkly's court thing was posted yet. Because I know it was coming. Just, I need to like refresh here for a second, maybe. Nope. Not yet. Not yet. Unless check another place real quick. Let me check one other place. Ethel's going to have people call her show on Monday, and she's titling it Fight Me. She said, do you think she would mind if I called and fought her? With words, of course, nothing else. There's no threat here. Don't go to a judge. Oh, 8 months ago, Ethel hated Patrick Ford. In fact, she said she would never speak to Patrick Ford and call him some choice names. And now, I get that she loves him, but now she's stating that she's always liked Pat Ford. Does she not realize that the internet's forever? Does she not realize that I actually have that clipped? I'll be posting it later because I'm busy. Why does she lie so easily? Is there a medical term for people that just lie all the time? Yeah, it's diabetes. It's diabetes, Jen. Diabetes. It's diabetes. And then know that they're lying, but still convince themselves that they're not lying. I will not do any such thing. What is that called? Jessica Michelle syndrome. No. It's called diabetes when they do that. Diabetes. Diabetes. I will do no such thing. I have no issue with the bunnies. My issue is with Ethel herself. My issue is with the lying and the scheming and the hurting of innocent people that they have done for all this time. And now, when they're called on it and Aiden turns on them, then it's everyone's mean. Well, you know what? You've destroyed enough innocent lives and gone after innocent people and tried to harm them enough. Karma does come around. See, I don't call people's jobs and their families and them. I don't seek them out. I don't make shit up about random people. I do not blame you for trying, Anya. I do not and will not blame you for trying, my friend. You know? A lot of damage control happens up in this motherfucker. And what I would hope is that people run away from Aiden. Run as far as you can go. Run as far as you can fucking go away from him. That's what y'all need to do. Just run, right? Run. You don't even need to admit that I was right? Because I know that I was right, and I know that I've warned everyone from here to Kalamazoo. So I'm just saying, just run away from it. Run. Do the thing where you grow a backbone, right? Grow a backbone and say, I was wrong. I did some things I'm not proud of. Aiden's a shitbag. I shouldn't have done those things, and he doesn't care about it. People would respect you more for being honest, right? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird as fuck. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm hungry. I'm starving like a hostage. I need to go eat something. You guys are all eating cheesy breads and pumpkins stuff and also I'm starving. I'm very hungry. I need to go eat something myself. What is this? What's happening? Hold on. Let me just check this thing. Oh, I saw that. All right. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm not sure whether I am going to be here tomorrow or not. That's really going to depend. If I am here tomorrow, I will make a post on YouTube and I will make a post on Twitter first. It's like, dude, do your own thing. Dude, stand alone like I do. It's not hard, right? Like, make your own thing. You don't have to do what the cult wants you to do. You don't have to shit on the people the cult wants you to shit on. It's not rocket science, right? Admit you're wrong and you did shitty things that hurt people. It's not, I mean, I don't get why they can't just do that. It's difficult for them, apparently. Difficult, apparently. I'm hungry and I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna go eat something. I love your stinking faces. I might be here tomorrow. That's a big might because I won't be here Monday. I mean, I won't be here Tuesday. I'll be here Monday. I won't be here Tuesday because my kiddo has surgery and we'll be there at the hospital. Although, if you live in the Boston area, you can pop in and maybe have lunch with me while I wait. While the surgery is happening, I would love to get my mind off of like constantly panicking for those few hours and eat something down at Panera while I'm waiting. So if you live in the Boston area, maybe stop by and have lunch with me on Tuesday. Love that. I would love that. All right. In the meantime, if I do go live tomorrow, it will be posted first, just so people know, because I don't often do Saturdays. I'm not sure if it'll be morning Saturday coffee or Saturday night. I don't know which one's better. I might do night. I haven't really done night in a while. It'd be nice to get some people who aren't usually on the streams to be able to check us out at night. I'll post on Twitter too, YouTube and Twitter. I'm gonna thank you so much. I will be here Sunday though. I love our Sunday show. It's one of my favorite shows of the entire week. And so of course I will be here Sunday. I will take all of the positive vibes, please, all of them, and I will send them to her when I get on the phone with her in about a half an hour. That you send them. Appreciate you. I will see y'all Sunday. definitely, possibly tomorrow. I love y'all. Do me a favor on your way out, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you want to drop a donation, we would appreciate it. It will help us out. You can do it one of a bunch of different ways. We have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Revolut, Chime. We have an Amazon wish list, and Amazon is actually still having their sale thingy, my bobber, JE. We have a link. It's in the top of the chat here, pinned, but it's also all these options are in the description of the video. Chime, Revolut, Amazon, our link that works for debit, credit, and Apple Pay, all those options. If you decide to donate when I'm not live anymore and you're catching me on the restream, I will mention it and say thank you, of course, either tomorrow or when we're here Sunday, depending on which day I come first. I love y'all. Everybody have an amazing night.